Good afternoon. Welcome to the pit. Are we still calling it that?
Well, I guess we can
I think
until
so.
someone says we can't.
All right. Welcome to the pit down here at Beverly High School as the Beverly Panthers going to take on the Danvers Falcons, next door neighbors. I'm Rich Francis along with Al Visnick. We'll be covering all the action for you. The Northeastern Conference tilt. Al, it's not as nice as it was yesterday. It's a little bit colder. It's about 45 degrees right now, and the sun's not so bright like it was yesterday.
And we're standing in a little bit of squishy turf here
yeah.
outside the fence here at Beverly High.
Yeah, so I was thinking, ball goes to the outfield, take the extra base, right? It's a little wet out here. You never know what's going to happen, but we don't know how that infield's going to handle that. So
yeah, the infield looks in really good shape.
Looks like it's in good shape, but it looks like it could be a slow track.
Won't be fast. I'm sure Todd Rushton and the crew is out here. It looks like there's a lot of sand in the outfield here to try to soak up some moisture.
Yeah, whatever you can do.
As it's well known here at Beverly High, this is one of the lower-lying spots, so drainage is always an issue. And I guess that's why we're here today after the game's been moved, I believe, 2 or 3 times.
A couple times,
due to
yeah.
some rain.
Yeah. So the Panthers did have a game yesterday.
Yeah, big win, 4-1. I'm sorry, 11-2 over Winthrop.
Okay.
Jasmine Feliciano was on the bump for the Panthers, throwing a complete game with 8 strikeouts. She also had scored 2 runs and had a hit. First baseman, and Jasmine's actually one of the tri-captains, along with Gabby Wickery, who went 2 for 5 and had 3 ribbies. Today's pitcher, Lydia Miedema, went 2 for 4 with a double and 2 RBIs. So looking for capitalize and get a little run going to go to 2-0. And their incoming opponent, the Falcons, played down the line. Yesterday.
Down the line,
played
Gloucester.
Yep. Gloucester coming out on top of that one, 4-1 against the Falcons. The big offensive sticks for the Falcons yesterday were Addie McCarthy and Sky Coakley, each hitting doubles for the Falcons. So they come in 1-1. Last week, Danvers beat Peabody 9-6. So they come in here with a 1-1 record.
Okay, and so we did mention the sun and the moisture in the ground. It's also pretty windy. You could probably hear it in our microphones. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with those balls up in the air and how that's all going to play out here. So going over ground rules right now, I'm wondering if they're talking about some of the issues with the turf here. But if you look at the field, there are a couple of gaps down the left field line, right field line. So, Al, we had a chance to watch this Beverly team last year a couple times. We had a chance to call a couple of games. What are we expecting from the season this year?
Well, Rich, we're kind of expecting more of the same because they're bringing back just about everybody who filled a starting position at one point or another. So Beverly is going to be enjoying a year where they have a lot of returners, led by their captains Elsa Roulette, Gabby Wickery, and Jasmine Feliciano. So we're back with the pitchers from last year. Today's pitcher, Lydia Miedema, pitched 67-plus innings last year with a 7-3 record, which is pretty impressive for the freshman. She comes back here for her sophomore year. And Jasmine Feliciano did some pitching last year, and she had the big outing yesterday. Yeah. We'll see Gabby Wickery out there. So we got, arms are coming. I know Coach Sudak had mentioned that Elsa Roulette is not really pitching at the moment, working to get her strength back up after suffering a wrist fracture in the volleyball season. But I believe we're seeing her at second base today, Rich.
Yep. Well, and you bring up the volleyball team. A lot of players on this softball team also played on the volleyball team, so you got a number of really good athletes. Not just softball players, but athletes on this team.
Yeah, absolutely. And speaking of athletes, that's a great segue for me to give a shout-out to Meredith Johnson, who was named to the Salem Evening News and All Northeast Conference League first team. Meredith was the leading scorer in the North Shore this winter with 22 goals. And also a little shout out to a freshman who made the roster this year, Avery LeBlanc, was an honorable mention as a freshman hockey player.
Okay.
So more evidence, Rich, that Coach enjoys a dugout full of athletes.
Yeah, that's pretty good. And, we got some athletes over on that Danvers side of things, too, which we may get a chance to talk about later on.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, again, we're just waiting for the team to take the field. Al, last time we had a chance to watch Lydia Miedema, first of all, we butchered her name last year. So
we did
we got that out of the way.
If her grandfather's listening in at home, we have been corrected.
She pitched one heck of a game when we had a chance to watch her that last time.
We were there for a no-hitter. I believe it was the first game that the BevCam Sports Network has ever covered for Beverly High girls, and gave us a treat.
Yeah, and she was, one out, one walk away, I think it was?
From a perfect game.
From a perfect game, so we know she can wing it. And as you said before, they got a couple players who can wing it. They got a couple players who can hit it, too. So expect to see some fireworks here, especially with that wind blowing from right field to left field. Might be able to get something up in the jet stream and see what happens.
We'd love to see that, especially it came off a black and orange bat.
Yeah. We get ourselves a pretty good crowd so far, and probably see a few late arriving folks. Unfortunately, for anybody who didn't wear the proper footwear, they may have to deal with a little swampy kind of atmosphere out here.
All right. While we're waiting for the first pitch to be thrown, Rich, how about we go over who's in the field for Beverly today?
Okay. Yeah, so we got Sophia Balducci over in left field, Jasmine Feliciano at shortstop, Gabby Wickery at first, Elsa Roulette over at second right next to her. We got Athena McKenna over at the third base, Meredith Johnston in center, Miedema, as we said, pitching. Ella Campos is the DP, which we'll get to that a little bit later. Maddie McNutt over in right field, and behind the plate we got Kat Simonis.
All right, and here we go, getting ready for the first pitch of the 2025 season as Kyla Maroney steps into the box.
Yep. Maroney, that's a Danvers name. Yeah, that's going to be a strike there.
Good velocity by Miedema, up high in the zone there.
Coach Mark Vellieu heading over to third base, it looks like. Miedema delivers, and ground ball. Feliciano dives, not going to be able to make the play. That's a base hit from Maroney. Well, Al, we talked about that no-hitter thing. That's out of the way.
Yeah, we were had to be careful with what we talked about yesterday at the boys' game. Graham Gavin throwing a no-hitter through sixth before he was lifted.
Jonna Cash stepping up to the plate. We haven't figured out what position she's playing yet.
We got most of a lineup.
Yeah, we got most of the lineup. And she squares, ball's up in the air. Simonis has to go around the umpire. Not sure if she would have got it anyway, but she turned the wrong way, had to go around in the other direction.
Yeah, that's a tough play to turn the right way when you have a pop-up like that off of a bunt, right?
Yeah, and the umpire is not expected to move. So.
But Danvers looking maybe to play small ball. Let's see if they do that again, or now she's going to hit away after showing bunt.
Nope.
She's hitting.
That ball's low for a ball.
That ball would have been impossible to bunt if the bunt was on.
Meanwhile, winds up and she delivers. Bunt can't get it down. It's going to make it 1-2 is the count.
Coach Valou going back to call the bunt there, trying to catch the Panthers off guard.
1-2 is the count. Runner on first. If you're just joining us, this is the first inning. Only the second batter up. And the pitch. Ball's upstairs. 2-2 the count.
That was a rise. A nice job by Kat Simonis to get out of her crouch and corral that.
Yeah, you try to get him chasing on those ones. pitch. That ball's in the dirt. Simonis with another stop. Little change up there. Makes it full count.
The payoff pitch, as they say, except the runner won't be going on the pitch.
Yeah. Well, you never know. You never know.
Oh, that's true.
I mean, they got to wait a little bit, but they can go. And upstairs for a walk. All right, so we got 2 runners on now. And we got Andy McCarty stepping up to the plate.
He's playing a shortstop today, we believe.
Addie McCarty. Yeah, she's listed as the shortstop.
Addie had a home run in the first game of the season.
It's going to be a strike, I think he called that.
In their 9-6 win over Peabody. She had a home run, 3 hits, and 2 RBIs. So a dangerous batter early on here.
Your number 3 hitter generally is. And that ball...
That's a strike, I believe.
I think you call that a strike?
I thought I saw his right hand go up.
Okay.
We'll see if I'm right or wrong in a minute.
Yeah. All right, so it's either 1-1 or 0-2.
Target's outside, it looks like.
Yeah, it's upstairs.
Panthers looking for an out anywhere, like a ground ball or a strikeout here.
Or a fly ball. Wickery can't get over to it. It's going to be out of play. Makes it 2-2 count. No? 2-1.
It was 1 ball and 2 strikes or 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, it all depends on what that one pitch was called. So, we'll see. She's got 2 strikes on her anyway. Needham winds up and delivers. Little change up ball to left field. They're going to send the runner. Bellew getting aggressive out there, and the run comes in.
Yeah, I think he knew it was a slow track, so he took advantage of that for sure.
That's going to be a base hit from McCarty.
And having the speed of your leadoff batter didn't hurt either.
Yeah. All right, so we got first and second, no outs, run comes in. We got Bailey Keyser.
Bailey's behind the dish today.
That's a strike. Yeah, the referee kind of needs brighter gloves. His gloves are kind of blending into the jacket a little.
You know, Rich, I know that we've done a lot of soccer together, but in this sport, it's an umpire.
Did I say referee?
You did indeed.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
I'm still in basketball mode, I guess. That was a strike there.
Well, I know you've really
I think I actually said referee. Yeah, I think I actually called him a referee earlier in the game. So thanks for not correcting me. Official, how's that? Foul ball.
Beverly looking to get its first out of the inning here. Danvers 2 on, 1 in, no outs. Infield hit, walk, and a base hit to left.
Keyser looking to make something happen here. Okay, I don't know what, a little exchange of something, a coin or something out in center field. All right, so it looks like the scoreboard, they're not really tracking anything but the score. That little scoreboard over there. Needham upstairs. Ooh, couldn't get a nice frame.
The top of the zone, but
nice chance to frame it by Simonis. 2-2, looks like. And the pitch from Miedema fouls it off her foot.
Yep.
You know, Al, yesterday, with the baseball games, you track the pitch count a little bit more because of the pitch limits.
Yeah.
But I am tracking the pitches right now. She's at 17 so far.
I don't believe there is.
Oh, nice changeup. Roulette gonna get the out at first. Couldn't really do anything else with it. That was a weird.
Yeah, that was fisted out there. A little bit of spin short, and a really nice job by Elsa Roulette. Those balls can spin away from you, but I'm guessing that the soft infield kind of helped with that.
Yeah.
have something really dry that who knows where that ball's going to go. But a nice job of picking up an out there.
Yep, so they get an out, and now we get first and third, and we got Skylar Coakley stepping up to the plate. Coakley, one of those mystery positions there that we didn't get from the roster. That was a ball upstairs.
Yeah, that little 4-3 puts Danvers in position like a bunt, moving those runners ahead. It's a ball up the middle.
Yeah, that's a base hit. That's going to score 1. Throw home. They're going to cut it, and they're going to get 2 out of that.
Coakley delivers 2 ribbies. And all of a sudden, the Panthers are chasing a crooked number and looking for the second out. Yeah, I do know that the girls weren't outside and able to use their field as much as they would like to in the preseason. I don't know if that's shaking anything up here. Didn't affect them yesterday on the road.
Yep.
At Winthrop, but Danvers has come out of the chute, right? It's their 3rd game.
Yeah,
they've seen some live pitching here.
Yeah.
So we will see.
All right, so we got Allie McGinnity coming up. Fouls that one off.
Looks like that was a little bit of a change-up, too.
Allie McGinnity. McGinnity, that was a name from former Little League player Kevin McGinnity, who was one of my favorite players there. He was such a good kid.
I remember that name. Played for you when you coached the Giants?
Yes.
Pirates.
Yep, Giants. Yep. Two strikes on the batter. 1 out. Runner on first. 3-0 the score if you're just joining us. Foul ball. Shimonis getting quick out of the box. Appropriately named Cat.
Quick as. No JV game behind us today.
No, I'm guessing that field's not doing so well. Again, they call it the pit for a reason. 2 strikes. Ball over to Roulette. She's going to flip it to second, looking to spin the deuce, and they got it.
Great 4-6-3 double play to end the inning. Well turned there. That would be a captain to captain to captain. 4-6-3 Roulette Feliciano to Wickery.
All right, so it looks like she threw about 23 pitches right there. We got a guest appearance coming up here. Let's get this man a microphone. We got Tom Donovan down here. I was going to say in the house, but we're outside. Tommy Donovan, come on over, Tom. We're going to get you a mic. You know, Tommy's a man of all sports. He's always got some knowledge to bestow us. Now I'm going to move my chair a little bit. So, Tommy, you good? You got a...
I'm thinking that he was maybe dissatisfied with our performance in the top of the first, so he's going to come in and tell us how it's done.
Could be. It could also be Tommy's a talker, and nobody's sitting next to him, so he figures he can get his conversation in here. Tommy can talk to us anytime.
He just has to get all the layers off. He got his winter hat, his coat.
Come on over, Tom.
Okay.
Come on in here.
How we doing? Well, this game's a little bit slower pace than what I'm used to broadcasting, guys, huh?
Yeah.
And
just
Rich,
drop something.
I got to ask you, who's this Gloucester got a powerhouse down there in baseball?
Yeah.
This kid Francis. I see.
Brayden Francis, no
Yeah.
relation.
And
No relation to me.
the next kid went out the next day and pitched 6 innings.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
So,
and then they got a complete game yesterday from Nico Alves. So they've got 3 pitchers over in Gloucester who can do really well. But that's baseball. We'll have plenty of time to talk about baseball. Tommy, you dropped a little filter there.
okay.
And you
wasn't put on right, obviously.
Anytime,
Okay.
and we know we have to filter Tommy. So, yeah, it's a foul ball.
Well, this is my first game watching a softball game here at the high school. I've always watched them down in the Senny.
Yeah, yeah. All right, so we got Sophia Balducci
Okay.
up at bat. She's,
Sophie is the left fielder today.
fielder. Yep.
Looking to climb back here after giving up 3 in the top of the first.
Yeah, she's going to follow that one off. Get a little bit of a fastball there from the pitcher.
I had to go say hi to my good friend Mark Falou, the Danvers coach. As you know, Mark coached for years down in Endicott and built that program into a powerhouse.
Yep.
Great coach. Good people.
All right, so we get 2 strikes on the batter. A little change up there. She follows that off. Nice job fighting that off.
Now, from where I was sitting, I couldn't see. Was the umpire putting up his right hand on the strike?
He was like right here, right in front of his chest.
All the way? Yeah, it's Jack Butler behind the plate, by the way.
Okay, so that's Skylar Coakley is pitching, it looks like.
Does indeed. Ooh, that's
low.
Just a little low.
And I hear the girls got to a good start. Al, what was it, 11-2 win yesterday over Winthrop, I believe?
Yeah,
we were talking about that a little bit earlier. Yeah, good start yesterday, 11-2. Jasmine Feliciano going the distance on the mound.
Fouls that one off.
Right back at it at shortstop today.
And I see this field gets very wet too. I mean, here in the outfield, I know she gets very, very soggy, huh?
So this next pitch will qualify for a quab, quality at bat. It's one of those new stats they like.
Oh, what is?
Another foul ball. So a quab is a quality at bat. There are a number of ways to get a quab. 6 pitches in an at bat. Get yourself on base somehow.
Okay, so good at bats.
Yeah.
Al, watching the Red Sox the last couple of nights, I was very frustrated last night when they get a man on second to start extra innings. They don't bunt them over. That drives me nuts.
Ball.
Oh, the Sox went to extras last night. Oh, that new rule where they start
new rule, which I like because it picks up the game a little pace. Because
international tiebreaker.
Yeah, but it's to me it's no brainer. Depends what you are in the order. Bunt them over. You get 2 chances to get them home.
And she struck her out.
Little heat on that pitch.
Yeah, I think she might have been looking for something off speed. 8 pitch at bat there.
I coached in that men's softball league down there next to the old Keglers, they call it, where we had 10 men on each team, Al, you know?
Yeah, 4 outfielders.
Yeah,
right?
and I'm coming in. I forgot.
You looking for a short fielder here?
Yeah, I'm looking for a short fielder, that 5th infielder. The Russo softball team that I coached, I was lucky to have 3 outfielders that had great wheels that could fly, so I went with the extra infielder.
There you go. So we got Jasmine Feliciano, one of the captains, shortstop, up at bat.
Jasmine will be continuing her softball career next year at Wentworth.
Okay.
Oh, I talked to her dad on the way in a little bit, and he mentioned that. She's the one who pitched yesterday, you said, right,
yes.
guys?
Yeah, she's playing shortstop today.
And Gabby pitches too, right?
Gabby Wickery pitches, yep. Yeah, they got a number of pitchers. They got a couple of younger players too, I believe. Ball on the outside.
Back-to-back strikeouts.
I asked Mark Falou before the game, how's your team this year? And he goes, pitching's not the strongest, but pitcher's got 2 strikeouts already.
Yeah. Well, Wickery, the strike. A lot of coaches are never going to tell you they're great. It's the Lou Holtz school of coaching. We're just not that good.
But he says Beverly should be a pretty good team, and he says he wishes he could actually go to the Beverly Marblehead game because I guess Marblehead's got like one of the top pitchers in the league, if not the best pitcher in the league.
They do indeed.
She's only a junior.
No relation to Rich, but he refers to Tessa Francis.
Yep.
Who already has a no-hitter to her.
Name's come up a lot, Rich.
Well, it's just a quality name.
You in relation to the Braden who pitched that no-hitter?
I am not related to him.
That's when you're supposed to say, we got to be.
Yeah,
he's that good an athlete.
Well, it's got to be somewhere down the line.
Right now, they got to be related somewhere.
That's one of those anglicizing a name. It was probably something a long time ago, Portuguese at least on my side. Francisco at one point.
Okay. The sun's coming out a little bit more here, guys.
Wickery ground ball to short, and the play, and they got her.
Quick 1, 2, 3 inning.
In the inning, 6-3 in the inning right there, and that was who made that play? That was McCarty, winging it over to first base to Wilichowski to get the out. So at the end of 1, we got a 3-0 lead. The Falcons taking themselves to the lead. And Al, like you always like to say, got to win every inning, right?
Win every inning, you win the game. That's what I always say.
And I see they're keeping the good-looking side on the cable, bringing Rich's wife, Beth, into the to the cameras. So good to see that smiling face behind you.
Well,
Nice.
I'm sure they'd rather listen to her talk during the game than me, but
I was just kind of wondering, Rich, now that Beth is working the camera quite a bit, is it silent when you guys go home at night?
she's like, I already heard enough. I don't really need to listen anymore. She a lot of times before she was doing the cameras, she would watch the games from home with the sound off. And I don't know what that says.
Wait a minute now. Wait a minute. I was part of that crew too there, Beth. What are you saying here?
Well, she doesn't like the profanity too much. So.
Oh, okay.
Back to the
makes
FCC
sense.
filing.
Yeah, here we go. I was pretty good this year, though, really.
Yeah, only one time.
I know. So I got a phone call from the AD, Brian Woods, the other day. That I guess they have the Special Olympic teams.
The unified basketball?
No, they're playing floor hockey Monday at 9 o'clock against the Beverly Police Department.
Oh, okay.
And Pete O'Brien has requested me to broadcast.
Okay.
I love it.
Yeah.
I think
we got
this is
ourselves
the
a strike right
so-
there.
This is the left fielder, Rich.
Gianna Ferraro, left fielder.
I haven't heard back from cable if we're going to broadcast it. If we did, though, Kevin Kelty is off. I thought maybe Kevin might be good for that to jump in, handle all the kids on the team. And
Yeah. Got to hope Tim Mez is not playing because Tim will try to check some of those kids. 0-2 the count. And
Beautiful pitch at the knees.
okay,
at
that
the
was an
bottom of the
0-2. I
zone.
guess that first pitch was not a strike. Okay. Yeah, Tommy. But okay, so the umpire took his gloves off, so we might be able to see the strike calls now.
yeah, I thought it was me, Rich. I
That's
couldn't
a
see
good
that. I
one.
want to see the next pitch. I wasn't paying attention yet, but
Yeah.
if that hand's going up much.
Well, we were saying, I don't know if you picked up on it. We were saying the umpire needed different colored gloves so we could see the call. Yeah, that one's in the dirt.
Al, you're a baseball guy. I got to ask you. In the old days, they used to, on a full count, they would just give you this, both fists.
Yeah.
That is correct.
And all of a sudden, one year, I'm coaching at Beverly, and they started doing the fingers, holding up 3 fingers in one hand and 2 in the other.
And she walks her.
So I'm going, what are you doing? Oh, we changed it. I says, who's we? Who's the one person changed it? I'm going to stand back 40 feet, and you tell me if you can see my 2 fists easier or my fingers.
No kidding.
If it's not broken, don't fix it. You know what I mean? It's like I can never understand that.
All right, so we got Kendall Murphy here, the right fielder. And she squares, and she lays down.
Foul ball.
So Coach Value looking like he wants to get kind of aggressive out there. Especially with a 3-0 lead. You might want to try to snap another one across the plate.
Rich, did we miss a designated runner or something? I think number 3's running for.
Oh,
Not that
I don't know.
I think it's 3.
Okay, so maybe is that the flex position we were talking about?
I don't know because we didn't have all of the positions
Yeah.
on there.
Oh, she
so.
gets the
Oh,
bunt
it's a
down.
nice bunt.
Wickery fields it nice. Oh,
Oh.
Roulette can't hold on to it. Runner's going to go to third. And
Ooh, it's going to hurt.
Yep.
So I wonder now, the pinch runner, Al, was that maybe for the pitcher? Don't they have a?
No, it wasn't.
It could be for anybody.
Yeah, it was for Ferraro.
Who's playing what position?
Right field,
Left
left
field.
field, yeah. All right, so we got a runner on third. First and third. No outs.
And this should be the second
Squares,
vacancy.
gets it down.
That's going to be a tough play.
Wickery making the play.
Okay.
Roulette gets it. Hold the runner
This
at
is sure
third. The
out.
runner couldn't go there. Gets the runner over.
That
Okay,
was,
now-
that was Flynn Rich.
Yep,
Let's see
Lila
if this
Flynn.
is going to be. I think we're going to the top of the order. I think this is
Yeah.
Kyla
I
Maroney.
believe
So maybe
you're right. Yeah.
the flex player
this
is
is-
Wilichewski, the first baseman. I don't think she batted.
Is this Maroney batting
So
now?
she goes out 3 to 4. 1 out,
Yeah.
right? Second and third. top of the order.
This is going to be Mike Maroney's daughter. Mike himself, I coached against in baseball. He was a hell of a pitcher.
As his son
just
at
a
Danvers
good-
High.
and his
Is he
son-
a senior
yeah.
this year, or did he graduate
Son was
last year?
he graduated.
He graduated,
He's
yeah.
gone.
Fly ball.
that's gonna be
Roulette
trouble.
trying to get to it.
Oh,
And she makes
what a
the
play.
play.
Catch.
I
The
don't
throw
think
home.
play,
You got to get
yeah.
a chance. Oh, couldn't get the
I
tag. Nice
think they
catch.
should appeal that. They
No,
should appeal
don't
that.
do it.
She left
They
early.
appealed it.
She
They
left
got her.
early.
Out. She's out. Double play.
Good call.
All
Al.
right, good call. That should be 3 outs, isn't it?
It
Yeah.
is
Hello.
indeed.
3 outs right there.
Fantastic play by Elsa
Yeah.
Roulette, making a
Yeah.
really tough catch going into the short right field there, and heads up there. But good job on the Beverly sideline, as in the broadcast booth, noting that the runner just assumed that it was going to drop,
Yeah.
and took
Yeah.
off.
That was a hell of a catch.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
I looked up in the rushes. No way she tagged up. No way.
So let's see. I got a double play, 4-2-5.
I got a question for you
don't
two.
You don't hear
Yeah.
that often.
No, no.
I just
Really.
noticed you both have a scorebook in your hands.
Yeah,
Yeah,
2 scorebooks?
yeah.
Tom.
Got to keep,
What am I
gotta
missing
keep
here?
track of things.
We have a certain standard.
This is
here,
gonna be good.
Okay?
And you know
Okay,
what?
we-
Standard,
And
okay?
when we got
And
Dom
I don't wanna
Lorenzano,
I don't want to say, "Hey, Rich, what did she do
Right,
last
right, yeah.
time?" I have it right here. Gotta
and
be
you
ready,
know,
gotta
and
be
you know,
prepared.
Tommy, sometimes
How many
we
score-
got
wait,
3
whoa.
books when we do the baseball games and Dom Lorenzano's with us.
We have 3
Sometimes we
books.
have 3 books.
Come on.
Hey,
Oh.
we have standards here. at the
How many
Bev-
scorebooks do
Bev
we have in
Sport-
basketball?
Bev Sports Canada.
One scorebook.
I don't know.
You want to know what someone did?
I'm
What do you
just,
do?
I'm just a
Yeah,
fill-in.
that's a little different
Well,
there.
you have a full-time statistician.
I know, no kidding. I wouldn't be doing a book if Andrew Bartholomew
By
was
the
here.
way, speaking of Andrew, what are we going to do after next year? He's only got one more year
know,
coming back, you know.
Well, then
Well,
we
I
gotta
don't know,
we gotta
you
find
know,
a freshman.
Maybe they'll put me behind the book, and I can listen. I'll learn something from the on-air talent during the basketball.
We got to
games.
work on Andrew
There you
this
go.
year to get a replacement ready.
Or we can get him to go to,
backup.
or we can convince him to go to Salem State.
instead of Syracuse, where he wants to go.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, Salem State's got a
Yeah.
good program over there, so
Yeah.
you know, there you go.
We can get you an internship.
Well, you know what? You know, he could go to Endicott.
They have
Yeah.
that too.
There you go.
Yeah, I don't
Either
know. I
one.
would imagine so. Okay, so we get
Well,
Elsa.
how about Gordon College
Yeah,
even?
there you go. You know
Well,
what?
Andrew wants to major in sports analytics. I'm not sure that Gordon has that.
Elsa Roulette.
If Andrew's up there
swing and
listening, he's probably going, yeah, get out of here.
You know, the Beverly area has become a hub of intellectual curiosity with all these colleges around
Yeah.
there. Granted, only one of them's in Beverly itself, but that's a ball.
There's 2, Rich, in Beverly.
Well, Gordon's in. Oh, that's true. Montserrat
There you
College
go.
of
Let's
Art.
not forget the Montserrat College of Art.
Yeah, but I don't think they're going to be doing much with sports.
No.
Probably not. But they are creative,
Yeah.
so we never know.
Hey, you know what though? Leroy Neiman made a career of painting athletes.
That's right.
So
My physical therapy practice, I used to have Leroy Nieming prints in my waiting
yeah,
room.
there you go. High fly ball, right field, and she's gonna catch. She can't hold on to it. Oh, she's going to second, and she's gonna slide
No,
in there.
No, safe.
That is
Safe.
hustle.
Good hustle.
Good hustle.
By
Great
Roulette.
hustle. Who's that? Yeah.
Elsa Roulette.
Elsa Roulette,
Yeah.
one of
Nice
the
job.
captains.
Good
she,
job.
She made the great play to end the last inning,
Yeah.
and there's a hustle double right there.
Second baseman.
You calling that a double or an error, Al?
Well, I was putting an error in my book, but it
Okay.
sounded good
Yeah,
on TV,
okay.
you know?
Yeah, I agree.
Was the ball catchable?
Yes.
I thought so too.
Okay,
so
Athena.
I go E.
Athena McKenna. Tommy's a tough critic. Athena McKenna up at bat. She takes a strike there.
Keeps a tough book.
Athena, one of those players who was on the volleyball team.
I believe she's a sophomore this year, I believe, right? She's a freshman, started at third base last year.
Okay.
I got to consult my roster, but I think I have
That's
the year right.
gonna get down foul.
Nice little crowd here too, guys.
Yeah.
Huh?
And you know, this Beverly team's got a good mix of veteran and younger players.
Yes.
So they're kind of shuffling them, kind of in and out.
Yeah.
Every year you just kind of rebuild, restock, or reload, as they say.
Well, this is nice. The girls get to play right here at the high school too, and
That's going to be a tough one. That's going to be out of play.
Second ball clanging off the dugout roof today.
now look at the stands here, guys. I see on the first base side that group of people sitting there, so they must be able to see okay. On the other side, I don't see that many people, and I wonder if it's because
Well,
of
it's
the
shady.
angle.
I think
if
it's
they-
because it's
shade.
shady.
Yeah, okay, yeah,
Foul
that
ball.
could be it too. The shade.
Oh, Coach Sudak showing off some footwork there, getting out of the way of that rocket foul ball.
So once again, I see Beverly's on the wrong side again, like her stadium. They get the home team in the shade,
On the third
and the
base.
visiting team in the sun.
You know, though, a lot of home teams like to have that third base dugout.
Red Sox have the first base.
No, I'm talking
dugout.
about for the fans now.
Looks the runner back. Ball in the dirt.
Oh,
good
Makes
hustle.
the play.
That's a
Got-
good
got
hustle
it
getting over the
first.
third and that.
Yep.
Oh
Wait a minute.
boy, he called that out. I thought that
Did he?
ball
Wait a
was.
minute.
I
That
thought
was-
that ball bounced around in her
No,
mitt.
no.
I think
Well,
she's safe.
the base runner is staying. Coach Sudak can talk about
I
that.
Yeah.
think.
McKenna's telling her to stay there. Don't get off the bag.
Well, I think Coach McKenna's.
Oh, they're gonna. Oh, he's
Coach Sudak just asking for the umpires to have a little conversation.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it
I
looked
know.
like
was
the
a
ball
little-
did bounce out
yeah,
of the glove.
I think there
Let's
was a
hope for a
little bit
safe
of
side
bobble.
from the plate umpire Jack Butler here. He might have had a better angle. Al, did you see the ball was on the ground there too?
Nope. Okay.
Okay, no.
I think it moved in the mitt. It was one
Yeah.
of those that she
Yeah.
had it,
Yeah.
got it. So that goes out 5-3.
Moves the runner to third.
Yeah, 1 out.
Now we got Meredith
2 outs.
Johnston up. 1 out. Meredith Johnston up.
Got to get a run here.
Ball upstairs.
So when's the next home game? Is there a home game Monday
For the girls,
For the girls.
for the girls? Yeah.
the girls play
Right,
home
for-
again
for-
tomorrow against Masconomet.
Foul ball.
The girls play home on Monday against Tingsboro in a non-league game, and the girls play home again on Wednesday against Marblehead.
So you guys are here again tomorrow?
No, there's no BevCam coverage tomorrow.
Oh,
We will be back on
Monday the 14th.
Monday against Tingsboro.
Okay.
It's a national game tomorrow, so we won't be covering it.
We are, Rich, going to try to see if we can tape the game on Wednesday against Marblehead. That would be put up to the YouTube channel at a later date.
Hey, I just noticed there's a scoreboard here, guys,
Yeah,
right?
Yep.
So maybe we can get Andrew to come down and
There you
work
go.
the scoreboard.
There you go.
Right? A lot of times you want to not too short the counters, just look up there and Andrew.
Yeah.
I know Andrew, he'll be all over that.
All right, 3-1's the count. Runner on third base.
1 out.
Where are they in the order here, guys?
Ball was high.
Round 7?
Meredith is the number 6 batter.
Number 6?
Yep.
Yep.
That's all they are, 6, huh?
Yeah, game's kind of slogging along. I believe it's a full count. And the pitch. Deep,
Ooh,
That's gonna
deep
get her
drive
on
to
in.
center.
Good
That's
at it,
going to
though.
get the runner to
that should get
go.
to run home.
Looking for it, and she's going to get in there safe.
Yeah, all right.
fly.
Sacrifice fly. We'll take it.
And the Panthers claw one back.
Panthers are on the board. 3-1.
We call that an RBI.
Sack fly RBI, coach. Good for the average.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And good for the ball club to get a run in.
All right, Lydia Miedema looking to help herself out here. Ball outside. Miedema, another one of those players on the volleyball team. Middle blocker. Big swing there. Speaking of volleyball, just learned last week, a week ago, that Coach Ashley Crew is stepping down as the volleyball coach. She's been doing it quite a few years now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Tom, do you ever coach volleyball?
No. What's the next question? That's going to be
And
trouble.
that's going to be in there. Miedema
Oh.
going to go to second.
Oh, it's
And
going to
she's
get
gonna
there.
Stand up.
All right, going to get there.
All right. So Miedema.
Al,
See.
at the
Since
end
she's
of,
the pitcher, we're probably going to see a runner for her.
I'm going to ask Al. I'm going to tell him one of my pet peeves in baseball. Al, you're a good baseball man. Tell me what you think about it.
Okay, so we're going to get a runner in here.
And
for
let's see
Miedema.
who's running for her.
So she turns around.
Number, got the ponytail.
Looks like a.
11?
Is that an 11?
So Al, my pet peeve, baseball. Guy hits a triple.
believe that's Kira McNutt.
And if you've ever played baseball and you hit a triple, Al, you know your second win by the time you get to third.
If you're a baseball player,
So-
that's a long run.
All right? Yeah, right? And I'm serious on this now. So my players that I coached were always taught if they hit a triple, you're the next batter up. You would always take as much time as you could get in the box, and at the last minute, ask for time. You can't call time. You ask for time.
Strike.
Tie your shoe, whatever, buy a little time to give your teammate down at third base who's still second win that little breather, Al. You know what I mean? And you never see it done. The batter gets straight in the box.
And I'm going to tell you why you don't see it done after we go through this at bat.
Okay.
Campos here trying to bring it in.
But let me finish it up. So
Okay, go ahead.
my kids were always taught, step out of the box, give them a little time, because once in a while that first pitch is a good pitch and someone pops up to the outfield, and the guy who's still second win, who's trying to tag, compared to giving that little breather in between. To me, that was always a no-brainer. You never see it. You never see a kid hit a triple with someone.
What you need to go back and think about, Tom.
Go ahead.
Is guys like Yastrzemski in that era, they'd all be smoking butts in the dugout
Right.
in innings. And right now, these kids work out. They work out 12 months a year. So I think I get you, and it is a long run. Now, on Monday nights in 60 and over baseball, if heaven forbid you did hit a triple,
Listen,
I think they might need the AED. Never mind, take a walk.
You're talking about they smoked cigarettes back then. What are these players smoking?
You know, speaking of AEDs, I noticed they have an AED over there.
Yes, I did. I was actually down Cooney today.
Striker out. Tough pitch right
All
there.
right, guys. So I'm going to leave this to you here, and
Okay.
I promised the bride I'd be home at a decent time with all the ribs on the grill.
Oh, it really was a guest appearance. Rich,
I'm sure Gil will be okay if you stay a little longer. But,
Rich, Beth, did you hear that? Ribs on the grill.
Yeah, I
We'll
know.
be
Ribs
at
on the
Tommy's
grill.
house.
we'll be over in
We'll
a
be
little
over once we break down the camera equipment.
Baked potato. Baked potato. All right, guys. Been
All
real.
right, Tommy.
And maybe we'll see you Monday.
All right, thanks for stopping
Okay.
by.
All right, guys.
Get warm.
bit. All right, Tom.
All right, thanks, guys.
All right, so that was Tom Donovan, folks. Local sports expert.
The coach and local parlance here.
What did she do? I missed a note. Okay. All right. Easy enough. So we now have coming up.
Should be Gianna Cash.
Jonna Cash.
Is that right?
Jonna Cash, like the man in black.
I love that.
Think your parents were thinking about
Oh, no, this is crazy that you just said that, Rich, because the first song that I think of when I think of Johnny Cash is Because You're Mine, I Walk the Line.
Okay.
And now we're back to the line again.
There you go.
We're up the line. I can't get away from the line.
that? There you go. All right. Jonna Cash.
Top of the third. Falcons with a 3-1 lead.
You know, her walk-up song should be Ring of Fire, though. I would go with that one. That's what I would choose. All right, Cash walked and scored a run in the first inning. That's a strike.
Beverly boys are at Danvers
In
playing
Danvers.
baseball
Yep.
today, and the girls are here playing softball. So
Yep.
switch around. Beverly boys, I think, play Masco. I think both teams play Masco tomorrow. Beverly boys baseball on the road and
Ball's high.
softball here at the pit. Unfortunately, the resources of the BevCam are unable to provide any coverage. for
Yeah, it's
tomorrow.
probably one of those political things, pulling the cameras away from sports. You
I think
know.
there's a band,
Okay.
live bands coming in,
Okay.
and there's something else going on.
All right, that's not bad. You know, people would rather watch sports than listen to the politicians talk at any time. But
You know, Rich, I would rather listen to you talk than every
Struck her
politician
out.
except for my wife.
right.
I just have to get the qualifier in there. The couch is a little lumpy. I
Good call.
prefer
Good call.
sleeping in the big bed.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Addie McCarty. She had a fielder's choice.
I had her for a single and a
McCarty?
ribby.
Oh, yes,
Ribby,
you're
right?
correct. She was out on a fielder's choice, yeah.
And Gianna Cash had reached on a walk in the first inning.
Yes. That's right. McCarty had the single and the RBI.
And the other
In the first
RBI, I think, was went to Coakley. And then we had I don't know how we had the third run score. Was it an error, perhaps? I only have 2 RBIs. Oh, no, Coakley had 2 RBIs. I'm sorry. Ooh, that's just outside.
Like
Good
strike,
velocity.
Huh? Yeah.
Must have just been off.
Won the count. Oh, high
That's it,
fly
well.
ball. That's back. That's back and out of here. McCarty wasn't sure what happened. Okay. Al, you had
McCarty
mentioned
goes
she had hit a
yard.
home run in previous game,
Yeah,
correct?
in the opener against Peabody. And that's another one. We'll be seeing her name on the home run leaderboard.
Yeah. Might have got a little help from the wind there, but she still hit it pretty good.
Well, the Falcons didn't waste any time in getting that one
Yeah.
run back, that's for sure. She put a charge into that one, as you might expect from the number 3 batter in the order.
Yeah, McCarty with the launch angle there. I know you're a big fan of talking about that stuff, Al.
Not really. Not a launch angle guy, Coach.
Neither am I. You know who I'm sure is big on the launch angle and the velo is Coach Donovan over there. You know, he's big into all these new analytics. You know, like with basketball, you know, Tommy likes to see him just shoot 100 3-pointers in a game, yeah, I'm sure. Tommy, he's still here. He looks a little cold there, kid.
We thought you were going home.
I know. Up in the ribs.
There's a ball in the
ball
gap
in the
here
gap.
that's going to get to the fence.
And that's going to go 2 bases and the throw. Ooh,
Cut off.
it's cut off. Nice job getting to it by Johnston.
Yeah, I think if that ball went through, I might have had a play. I don't know if she would have got her, but
Yeah, it was a good toss. Okay,
yeah,
so
strong
that was
throw right on the line. So we get that was number 10 who hit that.
Yeah, who's
No,
number
but that's
10?
not Keyser.
No.
So
Okay, so we
and
may have
now
had
11's running. Who
Yeah.
we don't know who that is. So
number 10. Okay, so now we're going to go to the roster. Number 10. I don't see a number 10 on the roster there, Al. Maybe Keyser is number 10.
Is it
I
not
don't
10?
know.
Do I have
No,
the
it
number
wasn't.
on?
It was a number 10, but
It's not.
and this is Coakley.
It's
right?
11. No?
Oh no, on the base, but who had the hit? Okay, they're gonna round third. Coming home.
Got
Get
her.
the throw. It's there, and she's out. Okay, so we did get a base hit there, and that was, I believe, that was Coakley. Okay, so out at home.
That was 9-4-2.
9 to. Was it 4?
I don't know.
No, I think it was 9 to 1 to 2.
9. Yes, I think you're right. So that was Keyser cut down at the plate, right? Or whoever the runner was.
Yeah.
If it was Keyser even hitting.
Yeah,
Does
this
we
looks
think-
like Coakley. I think we.
Coakley should be on first.
This
no?
is McGinnity that's up. Yep, that was Coakley. Okay, we're all good with our books. You know, Tommy was talking about all the scorebooks we got, and
Good thing we have multiple.
I know. That's good.
Confusion reigns supreme
Well,
here.
but that was a number 10 that
we don't
had
even
the
have on the
double,
roster.
and we don't have a number 10 on the roster. So we're going to have to take a look at that. The wind's picking up a little bit, too. That's a strike.
So now we have 2 outs, 1 on, 1 in. Beverly trying to get out of this inning so they can get back to business with the bats. Ooh, that's
Ooh,
smashed.
that, and she makes
Oh,
the
what
play.
a grab.
Nice play there. Yeah, it was.
That ball was
By
smoked.
Sophia
yeah.
Balducci. You know, that goes down as an F9, F7, sorry, but wasn't really an F.
It was an L.
Yeah.
An L7. All right, so the Panthers were able to limit the damage, but Danvers reestablishes the 3-run lead. Let's see. I think we're going to have McNutt, and then the top of the order up for Beverly, I believe.
Yeah, it does look that way, doesn't it?
So we both thought that that double was Keyser, who was number 8, right? So
yeah, so we gotta look for
10,
yeah.
unless we have the wrong number for her.
We'll have to figure it out in a second. Who's that at third base, Al? Okay, so that looks like Keyser over at third base, right?
No, well,
No.
third baseman's McGinnity,
Okay,
22,
McGinnity, okay.
right? Do you see a number 8? Is that first baseman? Is 6, right? Yeah, that's Wolichewski.
Yeah, that's yeah. So we don't have a number 10 on our roster. So sorry, folks, if we don't give credit where credit's due
to anybody's daughter that we are coming up short. You can bring up the administrative snafu to the coaching staff at Danvers High School.
And also, if we butcher your children's names, blame the coaches. They don't give us phonetic rosters.
Although we have to give a big prop to Coach Sudak, who did provide us with some phonetic help for the more difficult names on the ball club.
Well, someone's finally listening to us. Doesn't happen often, but. All right, so we got McNutt up here.
Quickly down 0-2.
And get it with a changeup. That'll bring us back to the top of the order. Balducci, who finished the inning with that nice catch out there and left.
That is the 4th strikeout of the afternoon for Coakley, who is getting it done both on the mound and with the bat.
Yep.
2 RBIs, 4 strikeouts in a 4-1 game here in the bottom of the 3rd.
Yeah, Coakley started the game off with a strikeout on Balducci. That ball's in the dirt.
Yeah, she started out with the first 2 batters sitting down by way of the K.
All right, sun breaking out a little bit now. Maybe that warm things up a little.
I'm getting cold. We got a trip to the mound here. I'm not sure what's happening. It's not
doesn't look like
lack of control. Hopefully she didn't hurt herself. It is a cold day. Might be tough on the hands, on the grip.
Yeah, I wonder.
Stitches of the ball. I don't know.
Well, also, do they let the pitcher
go to their mouth?
Go to the mouth. I don't know. Looks like they're talking about. I think she throws the ball into her glove. It looked like she was demonstrating something with that, but I don't think the umpire would have to be there if there was an injury. So I don't think that's the case.
Unless he didn't want a trip, but the umpire looks like he's the one running the conversation.
Yeah. Yeah. So there's something going on with their maybe her technique or whatever. I'm not sure.
Could be maybe losing contact with the rubber. Yeah, who knows?
Yeah. All right, so let's see how that affects her ability to wing it. Wow, got another sports star out here. Tim Kern's joining us, and she's going to be out. That's fly ball F9 for you kids scoring at home. You know, Tommy wondering why we had so many scorebooks. I don't understand his
the question
issue there. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, Richie usually depends on his colleagues in the booth for those kind of details.
Yeah, so that's true. That's true.
Maybe we treat him too good.
Yeah. Okay, so we got Feliciano up. Fouls that one off. She was a victim of the K. Her first at bat. Yes. Yes, it is. All right, so we got 2 outs. Bottom of the 3rd. Panthers down a crooked number. That ball's up, and it's going to drop. Foul.
A new life. Nobody could come up with that one.
Yeah.
Ball got inside, jammed her a little bit.
Yep. make it hurt, right? Make it hurt. And that's going to be right over to shortstop. All right, so that's an L6.
And another 1-2-3 inning.
Yeah.
For the Falcons.
Coakley just kind of steaming along here. She had a little hiccup there in that last inning with that one run she gave up, but she's been.
But they got that right back on the long bomb.
All right, so we got Jonah Ferraro to leading off, followed by Kendall Murphy and Lila Flynn. Then we'll be back at the top of the order.
You know, Rich, we were
hoping to keep it just those three. I'm sorry, Al.
And that's okay, for sure. Yeah, we were talking a little bit about Marblehead coming in here later in the week. Just noticed here with a little bit of change with the Dunn division. Marblehead coming in this year and Gloucester moving out.
Okay.
To the Lynch side. So the Lynch side has Swampscott, Saugus, Winthrop, Salem, and Gloucester. And now in the Dunn we have Marblehead, Masco, Danvers, Peabody, and Beverly. So that would mean, I think, the way that it goes is that you play those twice and they count, and you play the other side just once. So
right, yeah.
That could mean that you get to see Tessa Francis twice.
I know.
Instead of once. Just doesn't
Which,
seem like
you know,
a good deal.
if you're Beverly, you're like, really? Do we have to? All right, so a little meeting at the mound before the inning starts. Again, Al, we're kind of beating this ground, this mud, down a little bit.
Yeah, I hope your feet aren't getting wet there.
No. These are waterproof, resistant. Yeah.
Water resistant.
Well, we get Jack Dean in the house now. We have to get Jack on the mic.
Yeah, well, you know, Jack has a great face for radio, so he could.
Yes, he does. That's why we only have the one camera. We don't have the camera in the booth with us, although we don't have a booth. Yeah. Ground ball and foul. Wickery was there. Ferraro was the victim of that nice catch by Roulette. She was the one thrown out with that. She had actually walked.
Right, she had walked and was cut down at home plate.
Yeah.
Neglected to mention earlier that Elsa will also be continuing to play softball at the next level at Wellesley College.
Who's that?
Elsa Roulette.
Oh, really?
And the third co-captain, Gabby Wickery, will be playing college ball next year up at Ithaca.
Okay.
Which also has on the baseball team there a proud member of the Beverly Little League White Sox, Max Salerno playing for them.
A little slash there, attempt. Can't get it down.
I believe this is
Kendall Murphy.
Okay, 21. Okay, we just have the mystery with number 10. Otherwise, I think we've been pretty accurate.
Yeah. And can't get that one down. 2 strikes. Murphy reached on an error.
She had a sacrifice and an error, I think.
Yeah. Yep.
I think
it was
a bunt. It was a bunt,
and
the throw was not able to be handled.
Correct.
Did you like how I got the White Sox in?
Yes. You always figure out a way. And
did she offer?
I think she offered.
He said yes.
Yes. You don't see that much in baseball, but you see quite a bit in softball.
So that will be the third strikeout for Lydia this afternoon.
Okay, so now we got Lila Flynn.
The second baseman.
Yep.
Yep.
Flynn grounded out. 3-4. Yeah, that's first base. Ground ball up the middle. Miedema stops it. Make the play, and they got her with the stretch, and she's out.
Great stretch. A rear 1 to 5 to 3.
Yeah. Nice play right there.
Rocket
by
of a throw from Athena
McKenna.
McKenna, and a great stretch by Gabby Wickery. It's hard to stretch on a ball that's up that high over your shoulders and still come up with it, and Gabby doing a great job. We were very pleased to be a part this winter of Gabby's DECA project with the Shot for Life fundraiser that was done. Rich and I were able to be on the on the mic for that, where Gabby was in charge of pulling that event together, as I said, as part of her DECA project, but also to raise funds for brain cancer research in honoring of our dearly departed Beverly High physical education teacher and football coach, Ben Goodhue. So it was a great event that day. Really great event.
Speaking of Gloucester, Gloucester, Ben Goodhue is a Gloucester guy,
Right.
by the way. Former Gloucester High teacher and coach Tim Kearns here. Tim, why don't you put the headphones on, join us. Tim never turns up an opportunity to talk.
What? We're going to need a bigger broadcast
I know,
booth.
right?
We need a revolving door on it.
Now, Tim's here largely because he lives right over on Windsor Road. And it's a nice, easy walk for him to get over here.
An easier drive.
So, Al Visnick, Tim Kearns. I don't know if you guys have
Tim,
ever
nice
met.
to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Tim has done a lot of work with MSO Web Radio, calling a lot of games. So he's got experience calling sports.
Excellent. This is ball
Deep
to the
drive.
gap
That
for
ball's going to
Wickery.
get down. Wickery, let's see. She's going to go for two here. Going to have to hustle, and she's going to get in there. Wickery starting the inning with the double. That's something we've seen Gabby do quite a bit over the past couple of years. Gabby gets some power. Pretty good hitter.
Actually put it in the gap between the fielders.
Yeah.
You know, Rich, that's right out of the Frank Carey School of Hitting. Use that right center gap.
Yeah.
Let it travel. Frank, the legendary Massachusetts high school baseball coach.
Ball
Hit
inside.
him where they ain't.
Yep.
That's wee Willie Keeler.
Yep.
So we got Athena Roulette. You know, Tim actually used to play with Keeler.
Rich,
That'd be Elsa Roulette.
Since Rich first came to Gloucester so many years ago, he's never failed to miss an opportunity to point out just how old I might be.
Yeah.
And who are some famous people in history that I have had associations with.
You know, before Marie Antoinette married Louis the 16th, she was Tim's prom date.
Yeah. Yep. And she let me eat cake.
Yeah. That ball's upstairs. Let's go with the historical reference for the former history teacher.
You know, I'd walk in the room and they'd tell their students when I was in high school, the history book was only half a stick. And it was etched in stone.
Foul ball, written in cuneiform, right, Tim?
Yeah.
Rich, aren't those the bones in the foot? The cuneiforms?
Crescent-shaped bones?
Beverly High School.
Yeah. Okay, so anyway, also roulette up at bat.
Beverly trying to put something together here with the heart of their order.
Ball walks her.
So we got two on here. Two of the three captains reach base here safely to start the fourth.
Athena McKenna made that nice play to end the inning. Now steps up.
And all of a sudden, the Panthers have the tying run step to the plate here.
McKenna grounded out to third in the first at bat. Ball inside. Runners on first and second. 4-1's the score if you're just joining us here in the fourth inning. Deep drive, that's going to be over her head. That's going to score Wickery. Roulette's going to go to third. That's a double for McKenna. She got a hold of that one.
She did indeed, and I thought I was maybe going to be looking clairvoyant with the tying run at the plate there, but just short of the fence.
Yeah, the wind wasn't blowing as hard as it was last inning. Okay, we're going to have a little conference on the mound as Meredith Johnson's going to step up to the plate.
Inside pitch, he turned really well on it.
Yeah.
Got the bat head on it really solidly.
So Johnston had the sac fly, RBI, in
The center field hit very
center
well.
field. Yep, got the run in, got the lone run in. Well, lone run at the time.
I think that's what they're talking about now.
Yeah, do they want to put her on and set up a force play or not?
You get,
no outs, so
You got Miedema on deck.
you got to think here that a base hit is going to plate too and tie this up. So kind of decision time, what you want to do here. Maybe not give her anything too good. Not an intentional walk, but maybe nibble away.
Yeah, pitch around it.
What number
We'll
hitter
see
is
what
this,
happens.
Rich?
This is the number 6
Six?
hitter.
Okay.
Again, Johnston had a nice, well-hit ball to center field last inning. That's going to be a strike.
It's always tough. Your coach tells you take the first pitch and they just groove one for you.
Yeah. Ground ball, foul.
Look close. Probably wasn't as close as we thought from here.
Yeah.
Down 0-2 now. Meredith, a good hitter.
You know, that, and balls like that, that's why you take your lead in foul territory, right, gentlemen?
Exactly.
That's correct.
Okay, now the wind's kind of changing direction, blowing towards
out.
center field now.
Oh,
And
there's a smash.
The ball went to center field. They're going to send the runner. Nope, they're going to hold her up.
That's a good call. That ball was hit a little too hard.
Yeah.
And you don't want to make that first out at home plate.
Yeah, Athena
Right
had
down.
to wait to make sure it got down, too. Single by Johnston.
Good coaching by the third base coach. Right around the corner of the bag, hands up, stopped her dead at third
Yeah.
base.
All right, so we got a first and third. We got Lydia Miedema coming up. No outs.
Tying run 60 feet away. Is that
Yeah.
how far they are? 65?
I think it's 65-ish. Okay, Miedema. Foul.
More research for us to do, Rich.
Yeah. I stopped keeping track of pitch count, too, by the way. Let's see. Miedema reached on an error her last at-bat in the second inning.
Johnston now with 2 RBIs, 2 of the 3 runs batted in.
Runner's going.
Going for the
They're gonna
steal.
throw it down. They cut it off. Back over safe at third. Okay, no, so now you take away the force. You got second and third here. So it's going to be a interesting situation. Base hit could score 2. And that's... Oh! I thought that was just going to get over second baseman's head.
Just not quite enough juice.
That's the first out. Nobody's able to do anything after that. Ella Campos, the DP, again, Al, last year we were
So-
trying to figure out what DP
Now,
stood
is this
for.
her or is this Cat? Because can't they interchange? Is that how it works? Can I tell what number's up there?
Yeah, I don't know.
Is it 8?
Campos is number 8,
Eight and
Samunis is 5.
5. So
I think it's sort of like a DH, but for softball they just call it something else. So I believe it's
Okay.
Campos, but
I don't know why I thought one they could
Yeah.
take turns batting too.
well, I
but
think they
might be
can.
right.
Fly ball. That's going to be catcher. Didn't know where it was. Okay, so that is Campos. That's
Okay,
helpful
is
that you
Camp-
turned
okay,
around.
Thank
there.
you.
Yeah, the catcher didn't know where the ball was. Looks like she might have had a chance to make a play on
It
it.
was, it was high enough, and that's where your first and third baseman
Yeah.
come running. Even your pitcher come
Gotta
running
point.
in, pointing up, and telling
Yeah.
you where it is, because you don't want to give up an out. Because now you give another pitch, and
Yep.
you get 2 runners on, and change the whole complexion of the game.
Campos fouls that off. She's got 2 strikes on her now.
That was a good pitch.
You got the corners playing in somewhat. Third base is going to come in a little bit, but okay, you got a little conversation here. Umpires having a
An active
Oh,
afternoon.
active, yeah. A lot of conversations with the players in the middle of gameplay. Coakley Beverly could really use a K here. She's
Nice
not gonna
piece.
get it. That
Get it.
ball.
Oh, I thought that was
whoa, almost.
that
Okay.
tricked me too, just like the last one.
Yeah. F6, 2 outs now. And you got Maddie McNutt now. McNutt was one of those victims of Coakley's strikeouts. Base hit here. Runner from second will probably be scoring. And that's going to be a hit.
She comes through.
The runner's going to go, and the runner's going to score.
And look at this.
And the
good
ball
base
goes to
running.
the backstop.
She goes
And
to
she's
second,
going to third.
headed for third. Great
base running by
Maddie
McNutt. So she gets a single and reaches third on the error. 2 runs come in there.
2 RBI to boot, Rich.
Yeah. That's going to make it a 5-4 game. And we're back to the top of the order to Sophia Balducci.
Looking for one more. Beverly putting up a crooked number there. We saw her 2 teammates previously. Lydia and Ella just missed getting it over the infielder, but that one
Ball high.
had a little extra juice and able to find its way through.
And she got herself on third base with some heads-up base running, too.
Yeah, as soon as she saw the relay from the shortstop go towards home, she took off, and once that throw went askew, there was no way she was stopping.
That's why you run hard base to base, right, Tim?
Yep. Again, you know, I'm not hearing a lot of communication on the Danvers defense.
Yeah.
You know, the play was at the plate, and the fielder picked it up and almost didn't know where to go with it. And that should have been.
Well, Tim, I think one of the reasons you didn't hear the communication is you have headphones on.
You know,
please don't give him any
I gotta tell
intention
you,
out.
you know, and this is why I love working with Al. The wisdom that we get from this.
But I'll tell you what, I can hear people yelling on the other side of the field, and I went to Franny Gill's baseball school. You mentioned Frank Carey. Frank Carey went to Franny Gill's baseball clinic, and Franny taught him a lot of what he knew. And Franny Gill told us, you yell as loud as you can so that your mother can hear you back home. And he goes, don't worry about it, because somebody has to hear you.
Ball high, and she going Walker.
You know, and your players have got to know where the ball is going to go.
Okay, so we got a runner on third and a runner on first. Balducci's got good wheels. So let's see.
Yeah, you don't want to take. Oh well, I think we're having a pitch and change. I think, is he?
Yeah, it looks like we're just gonna.
And I could hear you laughing.
Hey, get that barrel out early.
Looks like.
Telling the camerawoman I could hear her laughing though. You know.
All right, so we're gonna see a few position changes.
It looks
here.
like Kyla Maroney might be coming in a pitch based on Coach Valu's pointing to center field there.
So we're going to see someone else taking a
And
jacket off. Someone's
maybe-
going to be heading out to the outfield.
Okay, we got number 12 coming out of the dugout,
12.
who is going to right,
Okay, so that's Taylor Landry coming in.
or maybe to center. Let's see.
Okay. She's going somewhere in
She's
the
going to
outfield.
center probably.
Okay, so
I think the pitcher Coakley is going to first.
okay.
And I believe that the first
And
baseman,
Wilichowski will come out.
Brooke Wilichowski, will be coming out. I think
All right,
that sounds
so
good.
so from a scorebook standpoint, we'll be putting Taylor Landry in
Yeah.
for Wilichowski's spot, I believe.
So who is not batting?
Right.
Okay. Big inning here for the Panthers, and Coach Donovan is probably happy that he went home because this is extending this game even longer.
Well, and I'll tell you, Coach Sudak's probably going to tell Coach Donovan, don't come back because all the good stuff happened when you left.
Nothing like moral support.
Tommy, if you tuned in at home, we love you, kid, okay? When we start making fun of you, start to worry.
Yeah. Well, you know, Al, you're from Malden, Tim's from Lynn, I'm from Gloucester, and, you know, we show our affection for you by giving you a hard time, right?
School of Hard Knocks.
That's a Massachusetts thing.
From where we come from, not beating you down, we're beating you up.
Yeah. All right, so we got Feliciano stepping up to the plate. She lined out to shortstop. Her
Does she?
last at
She
bat.
doesn't get any warm-up tosses.
Yeah, I guess
No,
not.
she's been throwing.
Oh, she had 'em?
Okay.
You talked through it.
Okay. We were too busy.
We were too busy making fun of Tom Donovan, and I lost track of myself.
So that's is that Ferraro? Who's that pitching?
Maroney, I believe. No?
No, that's number 7, Ferraro. Okay, she's going back and back to third, and they're going to take second on that. Good heads-up play.
Heads
Oh,
up
I'm
running
sorry,
by
you're right.
by the runner at first base. She never went all the way back to first. She waited till the second baseman made her move to third base, and easily went to second. Nobody covering.
Okay, yep. Okay, so that is Maroney. You are correct now, Al. Now I can put a position for Maroney.
Yeah, she had been in
Get
center
that
field.
barrel out.
All right, so Balducci got the steal on that, right?
Yep.
That's a good take right there. Good take by Jasmine.
All right. So we got second and third. Feliciano, she does have power. That's a strike. You know, Feliciano is not big, so you don't expect the power, but she had some home runs last
She
year.
has
She
bat
turns on us.
speed that she can hit.
Yeah. Oh, ball behind her. And she's going to walk.
And this is where this inning all started, Rich.
Yep.
Let's go, Gabby.
And when you're doing a scorebook, you hate these situations because now you got to move over in the book. But you know, Al, being the homer that you are, you don't really care. about that.
I am a homer.
Yep.
Unabashed.
Okay, so it all started with Wickery with that double. Gabby looking to do it again. Ground ball, the pitcher is not able to get it done.
Got jammed inside.
But they pick up 4 to take the lead, 5-4 after 4 innings.
Nice job there by Kyla Maroney coming in.
Yep.
Giving up that one walk, but able to get out Gabby Wickery, which was a big out for the Falcons, because that one could have broke this thing wide open.
So, Tim, you can talk to assistant coach Laura Carlson from
Yes.
Danvers about all the critiques that you had for her today. So,
Yeah,
pass on some wisdom.
Next time I'm at school, I usually stop by in the morning to say hello to her. I'll definitely have a list of things to check off.
Yeah, assistant coach Laura Carlson, she works at Gloucester High School with us as the head of guidance. She's been there quite a while.
Yeah.
Laura's another one who she coached over at Endicott.
Yep,
for,
with Coach Valou.
Coach Valou.
Yeah. That's why she's helping him here. He put the call out when he decided to come back.
Stay close, guys.
Oh, the shortstop is a smooth player. Just watching her
Yeah.
feeling the ground balls there.
Well, you know, you weren't here when we mentioned this. She's going to be playing over in at Wentworth
And Wentworth, right?
next year.
Very good.
Second baseman will be playing at Wellesley, and the first baseman will be playing at Ithaca.
Excellent.
So we have 3 young ladies going to be continuing their softball career at the next level, which is fantastic to see.
Certainly is. And it's something for the underclassmen to shoot for as well.
Yeah. All right, so we're back to the top of the order with Maroney. Right, Al?
That is right.
Okay.
She led off the game with a base hit and scored the first run of the game, and
Yep.
then hit into a 4-2-5 double play on that sweet catch by Elsa Roulette
Yeah.
going into short right field to make the over-the-shoulder basket catch.
Fly ball center field. Johnston there. Ganicorn.
Nice and easy.
Do they still say that, Rich?
Rich
Beyond,
does.
beyond you,
Sure.
Kinnicon?
I don't know. It's probably some weird.
Let's do the.
something,
Where do you think that comes from, actually? Why
Well,
a can of
popcorn,
corn?
right? I mean, that's I always because the popcorn is a pop fly, right? So I think they just someone figured put the two together, even though
Meaning
popcorn
you could
doesn't
take
really
your,
come in a can.
You could
but-
take your can of corn and pop it And you'd have enough time to still catch the ball?
Yeah, maybe so. I don't know. Or maybe popcorn coming from pop fly. I'm not sure. I don't know the etymology of it all.
We need some research on that.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do that. I'm sure
you
there's
know
a
what?
book of baseball isms.
I think that's right up your alley.
Yeah. Yeah.
Strange but true baseball stories.
When I played, it used to be a basket of corn.
Okay.
Oh, a basket.
Yeah.
Well, and Tim's used
They
to
didn't have-
baskets
they didn't have cans then?
because when he was playing basketball, they used the peach basket.
That's right. That was a recent insult he threw at me in school.
Yeah. Tim was Dr. Naismith's favorite players. Ground ball, Roulette making the play. Nice backhand. Got her.
What a play by Elsa
Beautiful
Roulette.
play. Elsa
Wow.
Roulette.
That's quality right there, Rich. Backhand stops, throws, impressive performance here
Yeah.
for the tri-captain.
Well, we were talking about the wrist injury she had during the volleyball season. Didn't seem to be affecting her there at all.
What's impressive was she had to reach across her body
Yeah.
with her glove hand to make that play, and then she just reeled towards first base. She threw off her right foot. She didn't take an extra step, and that's why she was able to get that play.
Yeah.
Another great stretch by Gabby Wickery, by the way.
Well, Wickery's been there for a while. She's a pretty good first baseman. I think the players know that they can take a chance with her there.
Oh, nice change.
That was nasty.
Wow.
You could see her buckle.
Yeah. Well, the other thing is with the dugout so close over there, and it's all fenced off, you can kind of wing it. And
Yeah.
if you don't get to the first baseman, they're not going anywhere. Ooh, that looked like a good pitch there. So we got 2 outs. Addie McCarty, she scored a run her last at-bat with a home run. Fouls it off. Need him ahead of her now. She's ahead of her, but you still got to kind of be careful because McCarty does have that power.
No, yeah, she already has 2 hits. She's I'm tell you right now, she's going to turn out to be one of the leading hitters in the North Shore come the end of the season. Oh, that's it. She got her. I
Hit
think
the target.
I didn't think she called that.
You know what? The catcher was set up outside, and she hit the spot exactly where she had it. That ball was probably off the plate, but a lot of times the umpire will call it when you hit that target.
And a huge hold here for the Panthers. After digging out of the hole, they got in early to take the lead and have the first, second, and third batter shut down like that. Great job by Lydia and the girls with the hold there. There's nothing like getting back into the ball game and shutting down the opponent when they come back to bat.
So we're going to start the inning off with Elsa Roulette. Elsa's got 2 runs in for the Panthers, and she'll be followed by Athena McKenna and Meredith Johnston.
Yeah, Elsa's just been getting it done with the gloves. Outstanding game in the field. Wellesley's getting a good one, and Elsa, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And has scored 2 of the 5 Panther runs, reaching on an error and a walk.
Yeah, you mentioned the girls that will be playing next year, and all the schools that they're going to are outstanding educational institutions. Wow. Yeah. So it talks to their success not only on the field but also in the classroom.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's why they're called student athletes.
Mm.
With the coach who's in the building, they're doing everything right.
Exactly.
Because then you got to deal with Coach Sudak if you don't. So
yeah, that does make a big difference. We've both seen it.
Yeah.
I don't know that we can still call them student athletes in Division I of college. When
yeah,
go
right.
To the
I know.
highest bidder.
Exactly.
Should we call them business people?
Yeah. Call them professional athletes. I think is what you call them. Unfortunately. Okay, Rich, make sure you have the right column in your scorebook because this is,
I know we're in the 6th inning, the 6th column, but it's the 5th inning.
There you go. Okay.
Yeah, I got that right. Thank you, Al.
I've made that mistake many times before.
I know. Called that a strike.
Oof.
He did? I thought he put his left hand
up.
Oh,
okay. Is that what he's using?
I thought he did. Maybe. I don't know.
No, he did put the left hand up, but I thought he was indicating a strike as well.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we'll find out in a second. Okay, so
It's
the left hand is a
yeah.
ball. Okay. It's the bottom of the fifth. That's a ball. Oh. Okay, so he just put his right hand up there. So is that a strike?
Oh, I don't know, because I saw the left hand go up too.
Oh,
We're going to find out. We think it's 3-0 or 2-1. That's a strike.
Okay. See?
That was definitely the right hand.
Okay, so he's got a glove on his right hand, but not his left.
He's only cold on the right side.
Yeah, I guess so. That's going to be a foul ball. All right, so I believe it's a full count now, so we'll figure that out. Fly ball, and the out made by number 2, Lila Flynn. Athena McKenna coming up with a big hit to play a couple runs in the last inning. Ooh, rolling after that high one.
Even in baseball, Rich, you see that pitch coming in, it looks like a beach ball.
Yeah.
It's so hard to lay off that high fastball.
Yeah, and in softball, it's kind of coming up at you, right?
Right.
So it looks really good, and then it gets high. That ball's just the opposite, down in the dirt.
Changing the eye level, Rich.
There you go. Changing the eye level, changing the speeds. Fly ball. That's in foul territory, and Coakley makes the play. F3 for you kids at home. Meredith Johnston coming up. Johnston had a single last inning, and she scored a run. And she had an RBI in this game. Ball.
And CLM News All-Star,
Yeah, we did
for
talk about
ice
that
hockey.
earlier. Yeah.
as well as All Conference. That's a good leave right there.
Yep.
It's a tough pitch to lay off of.
And she has a penchant for putting the biscuit in the basket on the ice.
She does indeed.
Ball upstairs. Catcher looking in the dugout for the call. Yeah, it's a strike. 2 strikes now. Roney delivers high and foul, out of play.
Catching the plate with that swing.
Yeah.
A little high, but you just don't want to give the opportunity to the umpire to make a call. You're going to go, you got to be kidding.
Ooh,
Rip that
that's
for a base
ripped
hit.
is right.
Nobody's making a play on that one.
That's a loud base hit.
Yep, another base hit. She got 2 hits on the day.
That was a nice rip. She was sitting on that pitch.
Yeah. Johnston with 2 hits on that sac fly. Scored that first run of the game for the Panthers.
Yeah, 2 for 2 with 2 RBIs.
Lydia Miedema looking to help herself out here. That's upstairs. Two outs, runner on first, 5-4. Beverly with the lead if you're just joining us. Ball right back to the pitcher, fields it clean, and that'll end the inning. And
5
after
full.
5, it's an official game now. After 5, we get a 1-run game, 5-4. Top of the 6th.
Think we might get snowed out? Is that what you're afraid of?
I'm sorry, Al, you were saying? I was distracted.
You afraid it's going to get snowed out?
Yeah, you never
in the
know.
Official game.
Well, you always got to.
They say you've got a potential for a wintry mix tonight.
Well, you know what? It's April, and like we said yesterday, if you don't like the weather, right, Tim?
Wait 20 minutes.
There you go.
You know, Rich, my sister-in-law out in Michigan was able to make a snowman on the trunk of her car this morning. So
Really? On the trunk of her car?
That's not coming this way. So, but they had snow in Clinton, Michigan.
Really? Okay. Well, you know, you never know what you're going to get this time of year around here. You get a 80-degree day followed up by a snowstorm. So we got Bailey Keyser coming up. She had a double her last at bat.
We think, because that
We
was
think
the
it was her.
controversy
Yeah,
that we saw her number 10.
Yeah, so we'll have to look for the number
here and see what we got. Maybe our eyes failed us. I don't know how an 8 looks like.
I don't know.
10,
Yeah,
but
8 and 10. That's not. I mean, an 8 and a 6 maybe. But okay, let's see if she turns the proper way, and she does not. There you go. Number 10. It's number 10.
Maybe
okay.
she lost her shirt and they had to give her another one.
Yeah, it could be.
That happened to us in soccer this year.
Really?
Remember that? Or last year? One of the girls lost their shirt. They didn't tell us the number.
Oh,
and
right,
the roster, we were calling out somebody who wasn't there.
Yeah, we're giving all kinds of credits at one kid, and
she wasn't even playing.
Yeah.
Show for the season.
The player's so good that they get credit when they're not even there. All right, so we believe this is Bailey Keyser, who had a double last at bat. That's going to be in there for a strike. A little cloudier here, cooling down a bit. Fouls it off her foot. 2 strikes on the batter now.
You know, Rich, speaking of little glitches in lineup cards, we were covering that baseball game yesterday when Graham Gavin was lifted with a no-hitter after 6.
Yeah.
And Adam Polanco needed a pause before entering the field of play.
Right. Because the lineup card didn't have him listed. Couldn't get the frame.
And indeed, that we speculated that was the problem. I was able to confirm that after the game, that was in fact an oversight on the lineup card. So I guess they squared it away and let him out there anyhow.
Ground ball to third, backhands it, and a foul ball. Now, Tim, you coached varsity sports before. Is that something can be protested?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I wonder, Winthrop had the right to protest, but they probably didn't.
Well, obviously they let him come in, right?
Yeah, that's true.
He didn't enter the field of play while the conversation was going on.
That's true, right? So if you protest it at the time it happens,
you have to announce it to the umpire.
Yeah.
You're protesting the game for that particular reason. You can't wait till after the game.
Right.
If it was in basketball, it'd be a technical foul, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, but in baseball, if you're not on the lineup card, you're
play.
not there. You're not there.
Right.
So it's probably good sportsmanship on
Yeah.
the Winthrop.
Yeah.
Winthrop
What was the score at the time?
4-0.
How late in the game?
That was last inning.
They pulled a kid with a no-hitter because he
Ooh.
thrown 95 pitches first game of the year.
And, you know, I think that was the right call. He looked like he was starting to tire at the end, so why take a chance? Okay, so we're going to see a runner come in, and I believe that was Elsa McNutt. No, Elsa McNutt's on the other team. That's right. I put her on the wrong roster there.
I think is there a set of sisters on this Danvers team?
I believe there is. Okay, so this is Skylar Coakley. Gets the bunt down. Wickery fields it. They get her out at first. Moves the runner. That's going to go down as a sack. 3-4 sacrifice. Moves the runner to second.
The runner's
Puts her in
number
scoring
11.
position. Yeah, that was that runner. She ran last time. And that is Janaea Cash. Boy, they really. I'm really guessing no.
No. Janaea Cash is 16. No.
What I have here.
Who's the second batter in the order?
Gianna Cash.
Oh,
so there's Gianna Cash and Janaea Cash.
Oh, you said. I'm sorry. My bad.
I'm convinced
I
the parents are Johnny
you.
Cash fans.
I misheard you.
Well, they're similar names, Gianna and Janaea, so it's possible.
Well, the way that I talk, being a kid from Malden, you can't understand me half the time anyhow. So.
All right, so this is Allie McGinnity up at bat with 1 out. McGinnity's the third baseman. That ball's outside. On deck is Jonna Ferraro. Ball outside.
Gianna Cash represents the tying run.
Janaea Cash.
Janaea. You sure you got the pronunciation right? I'm sure you do. I'm sure I don't.
Well,
oh, that did not catch the top of the zone.
well, you know, Al, if I don't get it right,
So it's Gianna and Janaea.
Janaea, right?
Okay.
But if
So
we're pronouncing them
Janaea-
wrong, whose fault is it?
Oh, the coaches.
It's
for
the
not-
coaches for not giving us phonetic rosters.
We're gonna
Files it off.
we're gonna file a new article in front of the MIAA at their annual meeting called
Yeah.
the Francis Doctrine.
All rosters should have phonetic pronunciations written on there, right, Tim?
Exactly.
You know what it's like.
It's like, yeah, but I mean, classroom rosters. It's like, how do you say this?
Yeah, right. Well, there's the old Key and Peele routine, right? AA run. High fly ball. That's going to be out of play.
Hey, on that home run earlier in the game, how
Yep.
much did that get over the fence by?
3 inches.
No, it would have been a tough play if the left fielder could have got over there. I don't think she'd
I
have been
think the
able to
left
have it.
fielder would have had to crash into the fence,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
To get it.
Well,
So
not like it's a wall.
Yeah,
would have had to take the fabric with her.
yep. Setting up outside.
Wow, pulls the string.
Pull that string.
Nice changeup. And a huge strikeout.
Big
right
out there. So now we got Jonna Ferraro coming up.
Great example of getting the hitter out in front of the
Yes.
pitch. She was on that front foot, leaning across the plate.
Yep.
And that's Lydia's 5th strikeout of the afternoon in a big spot here in the top of the 6th.
Okay, so Ferraro.
Has
gonna be a
walked
ball.
and struck out, I believe.
Yes.
Her pitch has a natural tail to it, heading
Yeah.
from right to left. Bring that pitch inside, let it break back over the plate.
Nice
Good
stop there
stop.
by Simonis.
The winds are whipping.
Yeah. That's a ball outside. Ooh.
You guys need a portable broadcast booth there.
I know.
It might,
know what we're
it might sink.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Under these conditions, you're right.
Yeah, you'd have to go pilings about 30 feet deep. That's a ball, and she walks her.
I drove by here Monday afternoon, and the infield was, oh my God,
Yeah.
half it was underwater.
So we got Kendall Murphy coming up.
Murphy had a sacrifice in the first inning and has struck out.
And she squares. Ball down. Simonis making the stop.
She's done a great job back there
Yes.
today, Rich. Digging
Yep.
some balls out of the dirt. Drops down very efficiently.
When she drops square
Yeah.
with her shoulders pinned in. If it comes up, it's going to bounce off and down in front of her like that particular pitch did.
All right, so what do we got going here? We're going to see Coach go and talk. All right, so Coach Sudak going to have a little talk here. Probably a strategy talk as opposed to taking a pitcher out or anything. I think watching the way Murphy squaring to bunt there, probably calling some kind of play.
Yeah, I want to make sure
How
that
many
the
outs do you have,
defense
Rich?
is on the.
2 outs.
2 outs.
Yeah,
Hmm.
she'd have to be button for hit, but
Yeah.
She
Well,
wants to keep the defense on its toes.
Yeah, so you got a left-handed hitter, so you're leery about charging your first baseman.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, so everybody has to know where they're going to go. The pitcher has to know that first baseman's going to hold. She's got everything to her
Yeah.
left.
Well,
Third baseman can cheat in.
Yeah,
yeah, the problem is the
You got a
third
runner
baseman goes to you.
you got a runner on
steal
second.
third.
Yeah,
So.
runner on second.
Yep.
So might be just a matter of telling the pitcher, it's all you, kid.
Maybe the pitcher has to cover the third base side.
Yeah. And that all is based on the slash there. Okay. All right, so we got 1-1 to count.
Jasmine Feliciano playing really
Yeah.
uptight in case she goes for that little slap the
Yep.
other way.
Ball outside. You can see Johnston kind of sneaking up on second base there a little.
Also saw defensively that the third baseman held, first baseman went.
Yep.
Second baseman did a real good job of flashing over to first.
Yeah, she's done that a number of times today.
Outside. 3-1 now.
Maybe a little bit disruptive with all
Yeah,
the running
yeah.
around in the box and getting late, getting cold. Big spot here in the game.
Minima delivers 3-1. Almost hits her. She's going to walk her instead. To load them up. She's going to load them up for Lila Flynn.
Let's go. Ball first. Ball first.
Okay.
Flynn has grounded out twice today. Once off the foot, actually, of Lydia Minima, her last time up.
Yep.
Kicked it over to
That's
Tina
right.
McKenna.
You know, I was looking at my book trying to figure out where's the
Yeah.
153 come from, but that's the play you were talking about.
All right, we got a strike on the outside corner here. Better to be pitching from ahead than behind.
Yeah. The wind picking up now, the wind swirling now. This way it feels like it's coming from center towards home. Going to be a tough play for McKenna, but she makes
No,
the play.
sir.
Not that tough.
Not
at
tough for
all.
Athena. Well done.
3 outs.
Although Danvers did get enough runners on that Beverly will have to face the top of the
Yeah.
order again, and that means that Addie McCarthy will get another at bat
Yep.
in the 7th inning.
So you really, if you're a Beverly, you really want to get a couple across the plate here if you can.
Get
To
a-
nullify
Make
the,
it a little
the danger.
easier. Yeah, we got Ella Campos,
Ella Campos, yep.
Maddie McNutt, and Sophia Balducci coming up in the bottom of the 6th. And I'm starting to think how long it's going to take me to get warm
I
after
know.
the conclusion of this game.
No kidding. Yeah, you know, I brought an extra layer, but had to give it to our camera person.
What happened to the blanket? You want the blanket?
No, we're fine, we're fine. The blanket we thought was going to be the little cover over the camera there.
Oh, because
Al, he takes the blanket. I'm taking pictures. And
So
they'll
you can
and they'll
see
be
better?
and they'll be in the school before he can blink.
All right,
All
so we
right,
got
here we
Ella
go.
Campos up here. Campos flied out to the shortstop, her last at bat. Ella looking to start things up here. Ball upstairs. Strike. Ooh, chasing that one high and tight.
tough pitch to hit there.
Yeah.
Up and in on the hands. Good pitcher's pitch.
Yeah, put the pitcher in control now.
She was anxious because she let that last pitch go by.
Yeah. Fly ball over to shortstop, making the play.
Nice job, the shortstop calling off her second baseman. which is the right play since her glove was on her left hand.
Addie McCarthy, again, you know, your shortstop's usually one of your best athletes, and we saw her hitting, so we know she's one of the better players on this squad. A little high changeup there to McNutt.
McNutt, huge at bat last time up with that base hit getting through there with 2 outs.
Yeah, which gave Beverly the lead that they still have right now.
2 RBIs on that base hit and knocked in the tying and go-ahead run.
Another changeup.
Yep. Struck her out. A couple of off-speed pitches right there. Sophia Balducci looking to lead things off here. Well, not lead it off, but get something started here.
Yeah, each of those pitches were high in the strike zone, too.
Again, as Al talked about, change the eye level. That's a strike on a foul ball to Balducci, who walked her last time up bat.
Oh, and there's a nice piece.
That's over there, and McCarty making the play.
Very quick inning.
Yep. Which for those who are here cold
are appreciative
is appreciative, yeah. All right, so that takes us to the top of the 7th. You see Kyla Maroney leading things off. Maroney led the game with a base hit, scored a run.
Also hit into a double play and flew out to center field. And it looks like she's followed by Gianna Cash. Did I get that one right, Rich?
Yes.
Walked, scored a run, had a strikeout, and grounded out to second base. And then for the Beverly faithful, probably the one batter you don't want to see come up, Addie McCarthy. Single, a walk, single and a home run, 2 runs scored, and 2 RBIs.
Yeah.
And she's been doing a very nice job over there at shortstop as well with the glove. Good softball game, though, Rich. You know, competitive. You know, Beverly, Danvers, neighbors. You know, most sports, they are one of those, you know, rival type games.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And you know, we've seen some offense. We've seen some good defense, some nice plays, quality pitching, both sides. Everything you look for.
Yeah, good high school softball game.
Yeah.
And
early in the season, you know.
Let's see if we can make it better by going home with the W.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so we got Kyla Maroney facing off against Lydia Miedema. Miedema has been pitching this whole thing.
And as you like to say, Maroney steps to the plate looking to help herself.
Yeah. Yep, she came in partway through the game. Ball.
Yeah, she came in to face Gabby Wickery with the bases loaded in the 4th inning. Or actually the batter maybe before that.
Yeah.
When she walked. Yeah, she walked Jasmine Feliciano. That was her first batter.
Ball over to Wickery, makes the play, going to tag her out.
Good job, did
Probably
she?
the safer bet on
yeah.
that, right?
Now, she didn't try to race her back to the bag. She just waited for her right in the middle of the baseline.
Yeah.
Can't go anywhere.
Okay, so you get Jonna Cash. Jonna hoping to avoid singing the Folsom Prison Blues out there.
Wow.
Well, I don't know.
No supper tonight for him.
Well, he had to throw another Johnny Cash thing in there.
Ooh, there's a strike pouring in there. Good velocity.
Yeah, she wants to stay within herself in the mound. That's what's gotten her this far. Don't try to overthrow.
Yeah. Ground ball. McKenna scoops it, throws it, gets it.
Good job.
Okay, so now Addie McCarty, as Al, you had mentioned at the beginning of the innings, been on base a couple times, including a home run.
Although Lydia won the battle in her last at bat.
Yeah.
Let's see if she can do it again.
Here we are, top of the 7th, 2 outs. Simonis can't get the call there. Nice attempt at a frame.
Good velocity.
Yeah.
Trying not to give her anything too good. Good duel right here.
Yeah, probably not going to give her too much inside. As you can see, set up outside there. Hits the spot,
Wow.
but she was set up outside. That's what that was.
A groan from the crowd.
Yeah. And our guest in the booth as well.
Yeah.
No, you could. I mean, she was set up way outside.
No,
so
she set up, but I mean, she's
setting
she
up
hit
off-
the glove.
She set up off the plate though. Ground ball. Feliciano, a little bobble there, makes the play and safe. Beats the throw. That little bobble may have given her just enough. So Danvers still alive. How are you scoring that one, Al?
I'm giving her a hit due to her
Okay.
speed down the line.
Okay.
What are you doing?
Yeah, hit. That works. It's a hard hit ball too.
Yeah,
Okay.
but you do have a point. If the bobble wasn't made, she's probably out.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with the homer base hit.
Okay. So we got Bailey Keyser up. We got 2 outs, runner on first, tying run on first base. Ball's upstairs.
Great speed, though, by Addie getting down the line, huh?
Yeah, again,
She
you
is
know,
moving.
we did talk about her being an athlete. Keyser had to double her last at bat. I know she got some pop in the bat. She's number 4 batter, cleanup hitter. Deep drive. That ball is going back, and that is out of here. Big home run from Bailey Keyser. So we think. Wearing number 10. We thought it was number 8. And like that, Danvers takes the lead. Ooh. That was a very well hit ball just to our right. Johnston was not going to get to that.
No, that was well over the fence. You know, going back to the danger, the middle of that Danvers lineup, and McCarthy getting her way on to first base with that hard 90 or 60, and then Keyser unleashing.
Yeah. You know, she had that hard hit ball, that double earlier in the game to the right center gap.
If that was indeed her.
Yeah.
Number
Whoever it is.
Number 10.
And Wickery makes the play. All right, so Beverly puts themselves in a tough situation, down 1.
With Feliciano, Wickery, and Roulette up, the senior tri-captains will be in the position to try to pull them back.
Yeah, well, if you're going to have to make a comeback here, that's the lineup you want coming right up here.
Yeah, I need someone to light the fire.
Yeah. So you get a couple players who do have power with Feliciano and Wickery. Wickery and Roulette have scored 3 of the 5 runs for Beverly. Wickery's got 2 doubles on the day. And from the Danvers side of things, it's up to Kyla Maroney to get the job done. All right, so here we are, bottom of the 7th, 1-run ball game. Heart of the order up for Beverly. Kind of draw it up, you know, for the drama.
There is drama for sure.
Yeah.
I would love to see the drama end with the Panthers staging a second comeback. But Rich,
You know,
Given the fact of how cold I am right now, I'm predicting a 1 run in extra innings.
Tough hit. Oh, Feliciano gonna beat it out. She's safe at first. Nice bid by McCarty. Deep in the hole. Strong throw.
yeah, again, a little bobble as she stopped. The ball was heading into the hole.
That's a base hit.
And, you know, she reached across her body for it, and there was a bobble off her gloves.
Yeah, so you got to run on first, down the run. You're not going to see a bunt here, that's for sure.
Not with Gabby Wickery
No.
up.
Ball. Now let's see.
This is take a deep breath.
Yep.
Let the pitch come in, and then just react to it.
Yeah. Well, you know, Feliciano's got good wheels. Any bobble, you might see her go to second. High fly ball to center.
That's trouble, Rich. That's
That's
trouble.
dropping, and it drops. Feliciano gonna get to second.
Good read by Jasmine.
Yep.
Good read by Jasmine.
Find the gap, Elsa.
Okay, so that'll go down as a hit for Wickery.
Ouch. Well,
All right, so coach going to come out, have a little talk. What are we going to do here?
I can't see. Well, they get the force on, so
Yeah.
it can't be about walking, that's for sure.
Yeah, Roulette's not going to be bunt.
maybe,
I doubt Roulette's going to bunt.
You probably got to prepare for it, though.
Yeah.
You know, do you
Do you square on the first pitch?
want to move those two up with the bunt and
Yeah.
then have the tying run on third, the winning run on second? I think you just got to be ready defensively.
Yeah.
And then it's going to be up to Coach Sudak whether she wants Elsa to try to lay one down or not.
You want to, ultimately, you'd like to see the ball hit to the right side of the field. Are they going to walk her? No? No? Okay, the umpire just wasn't ready. That's all.
But I saw him pointing towards first as well. So
Yeah, well, Roulette was ready to hit, but the umpire was just taking his time. Okay, Coach Sudak, what's she doing?
she has
We're
a
going to
great
see a runner. We're going to see a runner for Wickery.
good move.
Yeah, yeah.
Is that
That's
the
the,
younger McNutt?
that's the run you need.
Is that Elsa McNutt, I believe?
She ran earlier? Or-
Yeah.
All right. I love the stance here.
Okay, Roulette gets
look
the
at
bunt
this
down.
bunt down. What a
and
great-
it's
it's gonna get a hit.
gonna Foul ball.
Oh, I thought that was fair from her.
Yeah.
You know, we've seen a lot of bunts be unsuccessful today.
Yeah.
And that one there, she really had the barrel of the bat way above her hands.
Yeah.
Need to talk
and
to your
was
ground
able
crew.
to,
I know, yeah. She's going to square again. Gets it down that time. Runner gets to third. She turns to first, gets her. But the runners move to second and third. Tying run on third, winning run on second.
Here we go.
You know,
So we got
number
a-
4 hitter.
So we got a 1-3 sack?
yeah, sacrifice 1 to 3.
Sack.
Kyla Maroney turned the other way.
Yeah, I know.
Nice job getting enough on that, juice
Okay.
on that to throw it to first.
So we got Athena McKenna. Hard hit ball. Oh, nice stop.
Oh, she's got
Ball
she
run scores, though.
first third baseman
Ties the
never,
game.
never looked at the runner.
No, not at
she
all.
went right to first.
Feliciano was going on contact on that, too. So that's a
RBI.
5-3 RBI. Another RBI from McKenna.
And I like our chances here.
Okay, and so now we've got Meredith Johnston. Inside strike. So Johnston looking to bring things home.
Well, she just slashed the base hit into
Yep,
left field
yep.
last time. So another line drive like that, and then we can all go home.
And deep drive, that's up there, and Landry makes the play to end the inning. So we're going to go to an extra frame here.
And my prediction came true. Because I was so cold, we were going to go extra innings.
Yeah, nice going, Al.
Well, Panthers is still in it, Rich.
It's all tied up.
Sometimes we have to sacrifice for the good of the ball club.
But a little small ball gets the runners over. You get the run in.
Well,
Yeah, that was a big
That's,
decision to bunt over
you
there.
needed the one for sure.
Yep, and you got the one. And Coach Sudak, knowing if you don't tie the game,
That's right.
it's all done anyway, so you might as well get that in anyway. And then you hope to get some action happening next inning.
All right, Meadham is going back out for the 8th. Not that I expected anything different.
Yeah, they don't do the pitch count thing in softball, so your pitcher's generally just going to keep on going unless they're not pitching well. For Danvers, we've got the 6, 7, 8 batters. McGinnity, Ferraro, and Murphy.
Just crossing the 2-hour mark here.
Okay.
So, with the amount of base runners and runs, a little bit longer game than
Yeah,
those
usually
of us
the
who are
softball
freezing.
games generally don't go that long.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it hasn't been like a fast-paced game. It's
No.
been a good game though. Nice
Yep,
competitive game.
All right, so we got Allie McGinnity leading off here. McGinnity's 0 for 3. She was the victim of a nice play by Elsa Relay.
Let's go defense.
A 4-6-3 double play.
Come on, D. Come on now. Come on, Lydia. Come on.
And Mina winding up. And the pitch. Right
Oh,
to
what a
Feliciano,
play by
making the
Feliciano.
play.
Nice job, Jazz.
And the fans appreciative of the effort by
And the fans go
Feliciano.
wild.
Well, Jasmine got dirty on the first ball of the game, on a ball that got through in the hole, but she come up with that one.
Gianna Ferraro. Now, she's walked her last at bat. Ball in the dirt. All right, a little action
Ooh.
there in the Danvers
I like that.
dugout.
Little softball drumming
Yeah.
on the wall.
Little chant there, a little percussion going on. Ball low. Oh, 2-0 the count. All tied at 6 if you're just joining us. Here on the top of the 8th. That's a strike.
There you go.
And the pitch. Upstairs. 3-1 now.
That's a good take, good plate
Yeah.
discipline by Ferraro.
3-1's the count. 1 out. Ball 4. Beverly fans out to center field here wanted a little something more from the umpire. Not going to get it though. Kendall Murphy up. Infield coming in a little bit, expecting a bunt.
Yeah, she attempted bunts every
And
time,
a little slash, can't get it down.
right?
Yeah.
She milked a walk out of it, I think, maybe distracting Lydia a bit. But she gets the first one in there and gets up in the count.
0-1.
Ooh, that's a strike, no?
Ooh, looked like it. Guess not,
Umpire
though.
says no, though.
Yeah, I don't think so. The only opinion that matters, the guy
Umpire.
behind the plate.
I think the umpire told me to stop my begging. I think I heard him say that.
Put the tin cup away. Can't get that one down. A little slash. Strike
Foul
2.
tip.
One of the
held
tough
on.
about that slash is your feet are moving at the same time you're trying to swing the bat.
Yeah.
Leave your feet still and chop through the ball. Keep your eye on it. 'Cause when everything's moving, your head's moving.
Oh, outside. Yeah, you know, the other thing about it is that you notice she kind of turns her whole body
Yeah.
away.
Yeah, it's a timing factor for
Yeah.
the slap hit. You need to have your hands back and able to get your bat through the zone without, like you said, already be running to first base.
Yeah. Outside.
She seems like her approach is she comes forward in the box.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so the count is full now.
The payoff pitch.
Payoff pitch. Will the runner go on this? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Got her.
Big strikeout there.
Big strikeout. Absolutely.
When I was coaching in Maryland, I had
Maryland.
Alyssa got a point earlier today.
Oh, okay.
I taught my number 3 hitter, he was a tall lefty. I taught him how to swing and bunt. Oh, my God. He would hit doubles, and he couldn't run.
Flynn, ground ball to roulette, makes the play
Man,
over to
there you go.
Wickery and ends the inning.
Let's get one. Let's go.
Solid defense right there by Beverly.
Yeah, the Beverly middle infield is
Yeah.
just class. Both those young ladies handled that glove.
So
beautifully.
we got Miedema, Campos, McNutt. Bottom of the order. Want to get one of those batters on base at least.
Hopefully the leadoff.
Yeah.
If Lydia can
So do you
get
have him
on.
take a strike?
I don't know. I think if you're,
No, I
you
don't.
say find a good, if the
No.
pitch is there, swing away.
Yeah.
I don't think in this situation you want your batters to be defensive.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, you
No.
want to have plate discipline, absolutely.
Yeah.
But
I used to hate that.
I
Take a strike.
don't,
Oh,
I don't think so.
At this point in the game, no. I mean, this pitcher's, it's not like the pitcher's walking a lot of people. Just go
yeah.
out there and play the game. Now, that said, I'd really like to see this thing end because I'm out of it. I'm out of columns on my scorebook.
You must have paid less for yours than mine.
Yeah, it's Dick's Sporting Goods. I don't know. I just needed one in a hurry. Got to get one of those.
You go cheap, you can't go deep.
Yeah.
You know?
Got to get one of those Spike Town Sports.
Yeah.
Bruce
gonna have to
Armbruster
put
with
the, Put the call in a Bruce. See what he
Yeah.
got laying around the house.
So Tim Bruce Armbruster, a friend of ours, big baseball guy. His son Sam plays at Suffolk right now. Played with our boys. Bruce created his own. He didn't like any of the commercial made ones,
Yep.
so he printed his own one. Meanwhile, back to the pitcher.
First pitch swinging was a good pitch.
Okay, well, we were wondering, do you take a pitch? Lydia said, no, I'm just going to swing. Ella Campos now, flied out to shortstop last at
I
bat.
think we got a
Okay,
pinch
we got
hitter,
a
Rich.
pinch
Who's
hitter.
number 12?
All
Let's
right,
get
so
the
we're gonna have to
let's
take
get
a
the
look at
roster out.
roster here. We got number 12, who is okay. Ball upstairs, Lila Maker. Okay, so we got Lila Maker.
Lila is a sophomore.
Hey, Maker, who can't get it over the head. That's 2 outs now, L6. 2 outs, and we got McNutt coming up. Maddie McNutt. She's got a base hit on the day. A couple RBI. Looking to keep this thing going. That's out of play.
Well,
McNutt can get on
I
base.
think she's actually looking to end it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Well, looking to start the inning anyway.
Okay, all right.
If she can get on base, we got the top of the order with Balducci coming up. McNutt
Hit. Is it?
not gonna end it, but she's gonna get herself going to second. And the relay's not gonna get there. Oh, going to third, running hard, and they throw her out at third. Okay, trying to make something out of nothing there.
Nice
Gets a
ball to
double.
the gap. But unfortunately, gets mowed down at third.
Don't make the last out at third base.
Was that an 8.65?
Don't make the first out, for sure.
Yeah. Is that
But,
8.65?
if
Is that
you-
how you scored that one?
That was
that,
8 to 4 to
Okay.
5.
8,
I
4,
believe.
5?
I think
Well,
it was this.
Doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
in the whole scheme of things.
5 had the out.
The official book is somewhere else. We don't have anything. Okay, so we're going to get back to the top of the order for both teams now.
Oh,
Yeah.
actually, it was 8 to 4 to 6 to 5. No.
Hmm?
I think it was 8 to 4 to 6 because the ball got bobbled for a second, didn't it? I think it hit a cutoff man, and then the throw went to second.
Okay, I got
Went
you.
to second, then she kept going.
Okay.
I think.
Well, whatever.
I was shivering too much too. I was going for the inside the park home run, and I was going home.
All right, so we got Kyla Maroney going to start things up, helping herself out here. Maroney 1 for 4.
You know, did the coach at third base call her?
I don't know.
Tell
I
her to
think
keep coming?
possible. I'd imagine so. I think Coach Sudak probably figuring they got to make a relay.
Yep,
you know.
make them make the good
Yeah.
throws.
Well, you know, that was a good job of the outfielders getting to it, whether it was the right fielder or center fielder. We weren't. I was watching the base.
That was the right fielder that got.
Was the right fielder?
Yeah.
So that right fielder then would have been Kendall Murphy getting to it in a hurry. So we're going to see Kyla Maroney. Maroney, the pitcher of record, puts that one to the gap. Johnston going to field it, going to throw to second. Strong
Holds
throw.
it to a single.
Ooh, holds
That's
it
a
to a
great
single.
job.
That's a nice throw right there. Thought she was going to get to second on that one. All right, so we get Jonna Cash up. Cash probably going to push her over.
Yeah, and
To
then
give
give
McCarty-
Martha and Geezer an
Yeah.
opportunity to bring her in. I would have to think you're right, Rich.
Cash squares. Doesn't take. Pulls it back. Ball 1. There's that percussion again over there in the dugout. Squares. Ball high. Ball 2. If the runner gets far off first base, do you take a chance?
The way that Elsa's running over to cover first, I don't know. Maybe you do.
Square gets it down.
She kicked
Ooh,
it. She touched
yeah,
it, right?
that hit.
She's
Did
out.
that hit her foot? They did. They called her out.
Panthers got a break
Good
there.
job.
Good
'cause
call,
The runner
Al.
has to go back.
Yes. So
Well,
that's,
you know, you have to have that has to be a set play if you're going to try to throw behind the runner on first base, because you got to make sure your right fielder is
right fielder's got to be
coming
ready.
in and going to the line.
Okay, so you got Addie McCarty, been the big damager out here today. One of them
the
anyway.
two
One
home
of
run
the two.
hitters.
Yeah. Are they going to walk her? No.
No, I don't think you can put the winning run, the go-ahead run on second.
Okay, Al, how do you score that?
It's an interference play. I think the catcher gets the
Catcher gets the
credit
putout?
for the putout. I think.
So that'd
I
be
put it as a 2.
a 2U.
McCarty kept this thing going.
Ooh, swinging at it. Ball gets away. Runner goes to second. Okay. Did get the strike on that, though.
She did.
Now you
So-
got the lead run on second base here. Go ahead run. Deep drive. That ball's back, and not going to get to it. Get the ball in. The run's going to score. Oh, got to cut it. Try to second. No. McCarty with the stand-up double
That ball was
and an RBI.
well hit. He got to the base of the fence.
Yep.
Maroney
gonna
had
make
a
it.
hold up there,
Yeah.
thinking that Balducci had a chance to catch it.
Well, and the ball hit the fence, and it took a funky hop, so it made it tough for Balducci to get to it. So now we got Bailey Keyser. They're going to walk Keyser. Nope.
Yes, they are.
Yes, they are. That's the right move, I think.
I think
set
so,
up
too.
Set up a force play.
Especially with the bomb that she hit to
Yeah.
put this, extend the game in the 7.
Of course, Coakley has a couple RBI from the first inning. So you're not, out of the pan into the fire here a bit.
Yeah, I don't think the Panthers can let this get too far ahead of them, though.
Yeah.
So I like the idea of putting the forces on and keeping one of the home run hitters off
Yeah.
out of the box.
And you got good wheels on second with McCarty.
You sure
So base
do.
hit's going to score, I'd imagine. That's in there for a strike. Wind has died down a little bit. As I say that, a breeze just comes right through.
Thanks,
Maybe
Rich.
not. Ball.
Umpire's been consistent.
Yeah.
Hasn't been given the high
Yep.
strike today. Done an excellent job with his balls and strikes. Despite my occasional begging.
Outside.
Dude, that's a pitch that she could work at with the movement on that ball.
Yeah.
Work on her right-handed hitter, bring it right at their kneecaps, and just let it float across the plate because it has such a late break on it.
Yeah, it's almost like a cutter in
Yeah.
baseball, right?
Yep.
Foul ball. 2-2. The Panthers come up to bat when this inning's over. You're going to lead off with Balducci.
The top of the order.
Yeah, so both teams going into the 8th inning, 9th inning, right? With the top of the order.
Nice
Ooh.
pitch.
Ooh.
No. Ooh. I shouldn't have given out the compliment so
Yeah,
early.
I know, right? Well, the pitch itself was nice. Full count. First and second. 1-0. Ground ball to Miedema. Looks over.
I think
She had a slight bobble there, so she got the out at first.
I think she had a
Make the
thought
safe
about
play.
going to second
Yep.
for a double play attempt.
Make the safe play. Now you got Allie McGinnity coming up.
Let's see. McGinnity is hit into a double play. Has flown out to. That was a 4-6-3 double play, or is
Yep,
that the? Yeah,
that was the 4-6-3.
fly out to left, to strike out, and lined out
They're
to
going
the
to walk
shortstop.
her.
She'll add the
Yep.
second intentional walk of the inning.
Yeah, now McGinnity, her last at bat, had that laser that Feliciano made the play on.
And Ferraro comes up with 3 walks and a K.
Yeah.
Has yet to put a ball in play. And if she does here, the Panthers are hopeful to handle it.
Ball high. Panthers looking for the force out in the infield here.
There's a strike.
That's in there for a strike. 1-1 the count. Bases loaded, 2 outs. 1-run ball game. Falcons with the lead right now.
In the top of the 9th, into
Top of
extra
the ninth.
innings. Fans getting their money's worth with the extra frames.
Absolutely.
Strike.
Oh, that was awful.
Tim, tell us how you really feel.
Yeah, geez,
Oh.
Tim. You didn't like that call, huh?
No, I did not. Right over the middle of the plate, right at the knees. What's he looking at?
Foul ball. 2-2 count.
Back even.
Runners will be going on any kind of contact here. And we got that number 10, who we believe
Is the catcher,
is the
Keyser,
catcher, Keyser.
and not number 8, Keyser. Well, we could find out differently tomorrow
Yep.
in the Salem Evening News.
Ground ball, Roulette makes the play over to first, ends the inning, but not until after Danvers picks up a run to take the lead. 7-6. Panthers coming up with top of the order. So we're going to see Sofia Balducci leading things off, followed by Feliciano, Rickery, and Roulette.
I got to step aside for a moment. My neighbor's walking by.
Oh, okay.
Boy, Rich, we bring in guests
I
and
know.
we lose them like crazy.
I
around
know, no
here.
kidding. You know what it is? It's the dog. He sees a
Oh.
dog, I think,
Okay, that's okay.
and he wants to pet the dog. Forget about the people. You know, the reality is, Al, I think I'd rather hang out with dogs a little bit more than people anyway.
Yeah.
So.
There's a lot to be said for that, Rich.
Yeah.
I got to visit a little today with my grand dog.
Yeah.
Spent a little
Okay.
time with the tiger
Oh,
today.
nice. So the dog is not yours. Tiger's not yours?
Tiger is my daughter Sarah's dog.
Oh, okay. I always thought
So
Tiger.
Sarah dropped Tiger off on her way to work today
Okay.
to come for a visit. Then he had a quick trip to the vet, and he came back. And he'll probably, since we're playing deep into the night here, he's probably gone already.
All right, so Kyler Maroney came in after the Panthers had scored a bunch of runs in the fourth.
Yeah, so
She's
she,
given up
she
the
came,
one run.
She came in to face Jasmine Feliciano in that fourth inning that was extended. That's right.
Yep.
So unquestionably, given everything, the pitcher of record.
Yeah. All right, so we got Balducci coming up here, lead off. Ground ball foul.
Crowd hasn't thinned out, though, to their credit. Everybody hanging in there.
High for a ball. 1-1. Balducci can get on base. Well, either way, she's followed by Feliciano. Ball high. 2 balls, 1 strike. If you're just joining us, we're in the bottom of the 9th. Foul ball. 2-2 now. 7-6. Danvers picked up a run last inning to take the lead. In what's been pretty much a back and forth affair. Danvers started the thing off with 3 runs in the first. And Beverly had their big inning in the fourth where they scored 4 runs. Ball 3. All right. So Sophia did walk once in this game. So she has shown some patience. Full count, though. Oh, got her with a high strikeout.
Looked like a bit of an off-speed pitch.
Yeah.
Might have been called ball 4, but can't
think so.
can't really take that chance.
Yep. All right, so we got Jasmine Feliciano. She's got a walk and a hit. That ball is going to be foul.
See it all the way.
Feliciano and Wickery both have long ball power here.
Yeah. Feliciano had a single and scored her last at-bat. Ball behind her. Got to keep the batter on their toes.
She scored the tying run, right?
Yeah, yes, she did. Ball 2.
So stay level now.
I mean, it's 2-1 right now, but if you're Feliciano, you can take a walk and get on base. I'll take that. Ball 3. 3-1. Hitters count here.
Gotta love it. If you love it, go jump on it.
Yeah,
She-
coach is telling her, go get it. And she
She
gets
does.
it. Base hit to left field.
Great job of pulling her hands in on an inside pitch and is able to muscle that through.
Puts
so
the
once again,
tying run on first. Gabby Wickery coming up. Wickery 2 doubles and a single today.
Takes a deep breath, steps in there. Trying to calm herself down.
Ball.
Good take
low.
right there.
Yep.
Want to just know what your best pitch is. And if
Please.
it's there, jump on it.
Ground ball to short. Oh, through the wickets. Safe all around.
Very hard hit ball.
Yep.
Let's go.
I think you got to call that an error, though, Al.
I do indeed.
All right, so now you got Elsa Roulette coming up. Elsa has scored 2.
This is the spot right here. Let's go, Elsa.
With Feliciano on second. Although it's a slow track, you're probably going to see her getting sent.
Yeah, Jasmine runs exceptionally well, so I would think you're probably right, unless it's a one-hop smash to an outfielder.
Well, and she's a heady ball player, too. Coach Sudak's going to take a look at the outfield and figure out which one of these players you can go on. And we did see a good relay last inning. Ooh, fouls that off. 2 strikes. Now, you also got to think, if you try to throw something a little funky, you got to worry about a pass ball here, which would put Feliciano on third. So you want to avoid that, too. Ball.
Oh, there it goes.
There
It
you
pops
go.
out of the mitt.
That's off the catcher's helmet. And,
Ooh.
Feliciano was thinking about it. So now you got the tying run on third, winning run on second. Now I wonder, will they run for Wickery here?
Or should you, I think, do you put her on?
Yeah.
I mean,
think
because
you
a
do.
ground
Yeah.
ball ties the game.
Runner on first doesn't do anything for you, so you definitely, I think you definitely do it. But you do have 2 strikes on her, so maybe you pitch around, but. Not to mention you got McKenna up next, who's done some damage too. Ball high, 2-2. Again, if you're Feliciano, you're thinking you're scoring on anything, even slightly close to the catcher.
Well, she scored her run with the ground ball right at the third baseman.
Oh boy, safe.
Good base running.
Okay, yep. So that's an L6. McCarty there to make a play. 2 outs now. Athena McKenna. McKenna came up with that big hit in the 4th.
The sophomore is being asked to do it again.
And she hits that one. That's going to be not caught. Wickery's going to round third and score, and that's the ball game, folks. As the Panthers, with some timely hitting when they needed it, Athena McKenna getting the job done. You call that a double?
She had a line smash there that was a little too much for the left fielder for Danvers to handle, and the Panthers have the walk-off win.
So Athena McKenna with 5 RBI? Is that right, Al?
That would
2 right there. Well, no, yeah, 2.
4.
2 RBI right there. 4?
Yep.
Okay. Yes, that's right. So she 4 RBI. So a lot of offensive stars, but I'm going to give that one to McKenna there. Boy, that was a game, huh, Tim?
It came down to the fewest mistakes, basically, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Danvers made 2 mistakes in the bottom of that inning, and it cost him the game.
Yeah.
The shortstop who'd been perfect all game misplayed a ball.
Yeah.
And because she tried to hurry the play because there was a runner coming to second base. And then the left fielder misplayed the ball.
Well, I tell you,
with 2 runners on.
in defense of the left fielder, that was a laser beam, and she tried to make a play and did everything she could to get to it.
But they've been, you said, defensively they played so well today,
yeah.
But that's what it comes down to. In a game like this with 2 good teams.
Yeah.
Where you had 2 good efforts all day long, and neither team gave up. I mean, they came back against each other numerous times, and it came down to basically who could make the fewest mistakes.
Yeah, so these two teams are going to be seeing each other a little bit later on in the season, and Danvers is going to look for a little revenge there. But it's cold, so we're going to try to move this thing along. Al, anything else?
No, hope we treated it to a good high school ball game. Both teams played very hard, good rivalry game, back and forth. And they each put the pressure on each other, and fortunately for the hometown crowd, we go home with one in the left-hand column.
Yeah, we got ourselves a nice extra inning, exciting game.
And now the wind stopped.
Yeah, and so the Panthers are going to take that one home 8-7. Everybody go home, warm up, have a nice bowl of soup or whatever. I'm Rich Francis along with Al Visnick and Tim Kearns, and also Tommy Donovan a little earlier. We'll see you later.
Good night.
BevCam Classic.
I was almost going to give you some props when you were coaching Jasmine in the last at bat. And there's our hitting instructor, Rocky, telling her what to do.